Thoughts, head empty.
Head empty. Like a pumpkin. Taking
Oh,
a
yeah.
plumpkin.
An external application, Reactive Images, wants to access your Discord account. Why is it telling me this now?
I had a Nigerian prince email me this week, and I'm gonna be rich.
Oh no, Zephylos turned into a weird black and white goat man with sunglasses.
Anyways. Oh, that's terrible. Anyways.
Is that supposed to be like Mr. Mordot with sunglasses or something? It's not loading in Zephylos' picture on Reactive Images.
Oh, really? I only pulled the screen.
It's loading up his Discord
Oh,
profile.
no, sorry, no, that's Altenbar. He's a shopkeeper in my D&D setting.
Oh.
This is actually the sign for his shop. It's called Altenbar's Altering Trinkets of Transmutation and Other Great Good.
Interesting.
Does the sign say it like that?
Well,
or...
this week I guess it's Zephylos, so...
Damn it.
Zephylos is giving the recap, or... This week,
No,
Zephylos is getting...
No, on the...
Is
on
Danny giving the recap, or is Zephylos giving the recap?
Yeah, Zephylos is giving the recap, or Danny's giving the recap?
I don't know.
GM, choose wisely.
Wonder if it will fix if I go like this. Or if I turn on and off Reactive Images. Eh? Nope.
By
I don't know
blowing
why
in
it's
it?
doing that. You kind of blow in the cartridge.
Yeah. Like a Nintendo?
Have you tried unplugging it and then plugging it back in?
Have you tried
No.
blowing into the wall socket?
Or I think there's a way to...
Instructions unclear. Took a bath.
Penis stuck in ceiling fan?
I'm sorry.
What?
Refresh cache of current page.
It happens to the best of us, Shab.
Yeah, I mean, the directions were unclear. It happens.
Oh, it's the folder. Oh, okay.
No,
That's-
Zach is giving the recap, Zach says.
Refresh cache of this
Zach,
page?
just use your
No.
mic, bud. Just use your mic.
Put that URL back there. No, that didn't fix it.
The world was a better place when Grumpy Cat was alive.
Oof.
Mm-hmm.
Don't oof me, I'm right. And you all know it.
Oh, that's why you said that. That cat is so grumpy, oh my god.
That's just his face.
When
He's
did
actually a very happy cat.
No, he's grumpy. Clearly.
when did Danny get the serial snoozer role?
What?
That's pretty pog, champ.
Did I give him a roll for that? I
Yeah,
did.
you gave
What
him
the
the serial snoozer.
I
I just
totally
realized.
forgot about that. That must have been months ago.
Hell yeah.
Listen, 1 in 10 Americans are affected by narcolepsy each year.
1 in 10 each year? So in 10 years, everyone's gonna have narcolepsy? That's awful.
Yeah, that's
Why
all.
aren't we doing anything about this? Why aren't we studying to fix this? This is a nightmare. Zach, any thoughts?
Why are we sleeping
We
on
lost
it?
him. Lost him. Zach's narcoleptic now.
Yeah, why are we sleeping on this issue?
Why are we sleeping on this issue?
All the people that it matters to kept falling asleep.
Even the people studying it, they passed out.
Yeah, all the people studying it.
Every time someone goes to research
out
it, they
of
fall
passion,
asleep.
all the passionate individuals that are studying the issue kept falling asleep.
Oh yeah, we found these guys and we started feeding them like stray dogs.
Yes, you did.
We did. Zach's giving the recap, he said?
No, I didn't choose yet. Hang on.
No, Zach's giving it, he said? Zach volunteered?
Shab was chosen. Zach,
Yeah,
you can do it though if you
and
want.
I will volunteer my friend Zindanok. There it is. Alright, so last week we were at a wall. We traveled further south to try to see if we could find if there was a weak spot in the wall. We found out that it goes all the way to the water, where we found kind of like the buttressed fortress at the end of the wall, so to speak. And we decided to kind of go over at that point. To which I believe we all yeeted ourselves over the wall in various ways, and Dermot crashed through a roof. At that point, Dobson and I, Urluk, we were waiting patiently in our building, to which a couple vampires lurked into our peripherals and began attacking our dear Zephylos. After a couple rounds of ineffectual combat, we allowed them to take the weakest of our brood, and as a trap, having a man on the inside we thought would be advantageous, or something. I don't know. I tried to get him. I tried to at least get a hostage back, but nothing happened. And now we have broken contact, and we are talking to a couple. I'm assuming these are just human slaves. We haven't really got a ton of info on them yet. Kind of end the session there, I believe.
Cool. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Okay. I have repaired the reactive images thing.
I am applauding through your microphone so everyone can hear it, Zach. That was a really good. That was a really good recap.
Why?
That actually was a solid recap.
Why?
Wow. Yeah, let's talk to him. So that's where we are.
What is this long string of text that just ends with but?
What?
That's his. Oh, Zach, look what you made him do. You made him type out a whole recap, and I didn't even see it until you were done.
I can't make another person do anything. They have to choose to do something on their own. I can motivate, right? I can give purpose, I can give direction, but the person themselves, the individual, has to make the active motion all on their own. I can't make him do anything. He chose to do that, DM. Happy Pride Month, everybody. Zach's a peacock, Captain. You gotta let him fly.
Cool. Okay. Sorry, just kind of getting technical things sorted out, but thank you for recapping.
Me or Zach?
Both of you.
Hey, no
I didn't
problem.
read Zach's though.
Zach's
I
was
didn't
really
see a
good.
TLDR.
Yeah, Zach's was really good. Can we go ahead and delete it from chat so that I get all the credit? Thanks.
So, while we wait for August to show, we'll just go ahead and get started.
Yeah.
As
Not
normal.
like he's here anyways, so.
And Dermo's separated from the party anyway, so that's fine.
Works out.
Okay. We finished off with the party speaking with these citizens of Meiyerditch who just heard this fight go down. And we kind of paused at the start of that conversation.
Yeah, we had fed them a couple rations, I recall.
Yeah, you tossed them some food.
Trying to let them know that we're, like, not there to fuck with them.
Yes. So, the man will say, come inside. It's best not to be seen.
Yes, I believe we did make our way inside.
Okay.
Because I believe he expressed that that was like the last thing he said.
Alrighty.
Zach, any thoughts? Excellent. We'll just carry right on. Speak now or forever. He's doing the sad Stitch emote.
Oh. It's a wall. Fine. Also, you guys are not 15 feet off the ground anymore.
Game.
There we go. Did I not make this a door? Oh, I didn't make there be a door there.
Here be doors.
Striggy will be outside on our roof, keeping watch.
Cool.
What kind of watch is it? Like stainless steel?
I like
You
roll
can
one.
make a perception for him, please.
Striggy's a woman.
Okay, now there's a... Oh my god. Since when has Striggy had any gender?
I've always referred to her as she.
There's no way.
I've never.
all
I
right,
did not
play-
know that.
Play the clips, GM. Roll
All
the
right.
tape.
Here's the clip. It's gonna
Today
show up
we
on the
learned.
stream. Ready? Bam.
Striggy's based off of the owl.
I don't have that power. I
Which is
just made
also
that
a
up.
woman. Don't worry, we'll edit it in post.
Yeah, we'll add it in post.
Wait, the owl's a woman? Like a human woman?
Not a human woman.
Yeah, I thought you said
An owl.
Striggy was a demon.
Well, owls can't be women. Women are like human.
Maybe
Yeah.
I've just literally only ever noticed you refer to Striggy by its name rather than he or she
Yeah, I think so
this
too.
whole time. I feel like that's what happened.
Mm-hmm.
And I just didn't notice like the one or two times where you said she.
We should help her. Thompson.
Trapped a woman.
Got a true polymorph on an owl.
Yes, Striggy's
Now we know
also
the
a
real
human.
reason why Zephylos was banned from the Wizard Tower.
Yeah. Real reason why he became under suspicion by the kingdom of Misthalin.
Classic.
Is it ethical to date your familiar? A memoir
Yeah.
by
Bro.
Zephyr.
Yikes. Let me go ahead and share what we're all thinking. Yikes.
Anyway,
I think the only time it's okay to like romance an animal is if you're a druid in wild shape and the other animal is also a druid in wild shape. Or like you're a vampire doing it in bat form. Which I'll allow. Or like a werewolf in wolf form. You know what I mean?
God.
I think that's like that's where like I think I'd be okay.
listen,
With it.
if Baldur's Gate 3 has taught me anything, sometimes
Hopefully it hasn't.
Mm-mm.
sometimes there's just tender moments between a woman and her bear.
Oh yeah, so you've done the Shadowheart Halsin arc, I've heard.
No, not
Ah.
myself.
I have. She calls Halsin. She says she's looking for an opportunity to climb Mount Halsin. She calls it. I thought that was
Oh.
hilarious.
Does she actually?
Yeah,
Jesus
because he's
Christ.
like 8 feet tall for an elf. It's fucking tall.
All right, we're getting sidetracked.
Yeah, no, for sure.
Dungeon
It
Master.
had me laughing.
Yeah.
We're done talking about the ethical implications of
Of
wild
doing
you don't have
camping
to
and fornication.
Finish that. Okay.
We've
Yeah.
finished.
Very good.
Hopefully we haven't finished in that regard. Just finished.
I
the
mean, it is
conversation.
Dungeons and Dragons after all.
Dragging my
Don't
nuts
forget about
across
the dragon.
dungeon.
Imagine
Bro.
Dragon.
Imagine Dragon's Aid.
Pippin's
Yeah.
trying to attack the mice? Bruh, how far are you zoomed in? He's gonna break his screen now. He's just gonna start typing unintelligibly after that.
Wait, Zach's been typing intelligibly this whole time?
Hmm.
I see a GIF that says the word "butt" in it.
Listen, Zach.
He had to
Shab
type
is reaching
something to
for your
get that
weed.
to show
You
up,
gotta-
okay?
You gotta not take that.
Or a human and a druid in
Oh,
there.
okay, you're just like, okay.
All right, guys. I have like a solid 2 hours of shelf life, so let's get the D&D on the road.
Shelf
You're,
life.
you're smelling like you hit that expiration already, so let's get
All
it
right.
going.
Go ahead.
So these guys are munching down on the rations or what?
Yes.
Okay, so that tells me a couple things. That, like, one, they're not undead, and probably not vampires. I will ask them their names.
Oh, you guys know I love coming up with names.
Yeah, I'll say, did we ask them if they knew of the Meiyerditch, didn't we? Didn't Zephylos ask that, and then they said
Yeah,
get
and then
inside
they-
when we talk?
Yeah, and then they were
Yeah.
like, shh, be quiet.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah,
we
shut the
did,
fuck up. And then-
let's get
Yeah.
formalities then. Let's figure out who they are.
Okay, so, the man will say, my name is Thias, and this is Anna.
Alright, I will,
Who are you?
let me get this written down in my notes real quick.
We are adventurers from the western lands yonder. We've come to help you with your bat infestation.
From across the salve?
Oh yes.
Oh.
Yes, here we have Dr. Dobson. He's actually, I don't know if zoologist would be the correct word, but he definitely majors in unnatural history. So he's come here actually on a bit of an academic trip, but he's very useful when you're in a poor situation. This is...
And I'll introduce myself as Urlach, acolyte of the Empty Lord, cord bearer and council member of the tribe of the Spectral King, holder of the third Humphlis Chafflis of the Shrine of Hada, traveler of the Four Cardinals, vampire hunter, and slayer of the undead, student of life, and a child of this beautiful planet we call Gillinor. I'll put my hand out to meet his. Pleasure to make your acquaintance. Thanks.
He'll just like take your hand kind of limply and be like,
I'll shake it almost as limply because I have 7 strength.
Wait, do they have? They might have better strength than you.
I'm an old. If he jerks my hand, I'll say, I am but an old frail man. Please do not jerk me about.
Actually, they're malnourished. They probably have worse stats than commoners.
Yeah. So what's that say about Urlach then?
He's malnourished, apparently.
He's been too far away from the delicious snake meat of his homelands.
Ah, the snake meat. And who could forget the cactus juice?
Cactus, the
quench ya.
quenchiest.
It'll quench you.
It's the quenchiest. I hate that we make that reference every time we say cactus now.
Yeah.
But
It's
also,
just we
the
have
cactus
to.
juice that hits that brain cell for me.
it's the one brain cell. I have 2 brain cells fighting for 3rd place. And both of them show up to play D&D here every Thursday, so...
Gotta take off my hoodie.
Yeah, right? It warmed up here as well.
Well, that and also because of the way that this braided cable for my headset, like, it will rub on the zipper, and then it like makes a bunch of noise. It like vibrates a bunch of noise.
Is there an
like,
end to the
into
story,
my
Dan?
into my headset, and it's really annoying.
Oh, is that what we hear?
I don't know if it comes across on mic, but
It does sound like a zipper.
it's like one of those sounds where it like you hear it like on the inside of your head rather than like coming through your ears. I don't know.
So, I'll ask Thias and I'll say, how long have you guys been citizens of? What is the name of this place? I don't remember. Do we know the name of Meiyerditch? Do we know its
Yes.
name?
Yeah,
Okay.
you do.
How long have you been residents of Meiyerditch?
Oh, we've always lived here.
It says, and the vampires have occupied it the whole time.
Oh, yeah. They've had control
You'll
of
see here,
Meiyerditch
like,
for
take notes.
generations.
And I'll say, and what is your role here in the city?
Role.
Yes, not
What do
like
you-
from an oven, but like your duties, your job.
He looks at the other woman.
There's more than one
Um,
woman here?
So the woman, and
Wow.
then looks back at you guys.
Struggy
He's
is the first one.
She's not a woman, she's an
God damn it.
I hate
Oh,
this.
yeah.
I hate this.
He looks over at the woman and then looks back at you guys, and he's like, we don't really have roles.
What fills your day then? What do you do about town? Still
We just
waiting with
have
my
to-
notes, ready to take whatever he's
We
gonna
just
say.
try to survive. The
Survivor.
vampires
I'll put survivor is your role.
the vampires have us imprisoned here.
Okay.
There's no roles, there's no jobs.
I would
They
say,
keep
interesting.
us alive and they take our blood.
You see,
That's
we
it.
know a prisoner here. His name is Dermot. Have you heard of him?
No. No,
Where
I'm sorry.
might we find a prisoner then? Who makes your clothes?
Who makes goddamn
I
Thompson?
love it. I'm Dr. Dobson. I want to study the vampires. I love it.
I forgot what the first question was before the clothes.
Where's the prisoner?
Oh,
Like, where are the prisoners held?
well, I mean, we all are prisoners. Sometimes they don't even really lock them into a cell. This whole city is a prison, really. If he has been captured, he could be anywhere in Meiyerditch.
Then we shall begin to look anywhere. I'll say. What are the hot spots in which the vampires roam about? Is there any way that we can travel through town without being seen or captured?
Well, you'll want to stay away from the walls, for sure.
No doubt, and
That's
I'll
where
write
the
that.
patrols
I'll
are
write
the
that down.
thickest.
Where are they the thinnest, Thias?
In the deeper parts, the more crowded parts of the ghetto.
I'll
They-
look
they-
about.
You folks will kind of stand out from those that the vampires know have been, imprisoned. You might want to find some disguises or something to.
And as he's saying that, I'm going to begin to utilize my disguise kit on Zephylos to make him. I'm gonna be using my pretty much the makeup to make him look malnourished and pale around the
I'm
eyes.
already
I think
disguised
he
self,
used
yeah.
disguise self on himself to make
I'll do
himself
it to
look like one
Dobson
of
then.
the people.
I'll make
Okay.
Dobson look like a small human child.
He's just gonna go roll around like a pig.
I
That
am
works
going
too.
to disguise. I'm gonna ask him to say, and is there any large quadrupedal animals that they have on this city that I could possibly disguise myself to look like?
No, you're the first that I've seen. What are you?
I am, and I'll begin to do my introduction again.
Oh god. Oh no.
I am
I heard
Urlach,
that.
acolyte of the Empty Lord, code bearer and council member of the tribe of the
He,
Second
like-
King.
He starts to try to object, but then realizes that it's pointless and just lets him
Pleasure to
finish.
make your acquaintance as he finishes.
He decides that it's not worth it and doesn't ask a clarifying question.
Clarifying, rather.
Clarifying.
I'll ask them what god they follow. Who holds their
Well,
allegiance.
Well, it's Saradomin, I suppose, but we don't really have a place to pray or
Says, you're a
read.
far, far way from such a god, I'll say, without making any further comments. And it says, has this Saradomin proven to protect you?
Not really.
Look here, my son. The great empty lord shall offer his services, and we shall bring you from this wretched place, and in turn you shall give him your servitude. For he
Who?
is great, and he is a rescuer of those that are weak. You understand this now, Thias?
What?
Your Lord Saradomin is far from this place.
Who is this other guy?
I'll give him a strange look and begin to regale him about the empty lord. Does Zephylos chime in at all?
No, you have this.
Yeah, I'm doing the cleric stuff here. As an acolyte of the empty lord, I'm going to begin to express that you are simply not your best under control of the vampires. Would you agree?
Well,
You could be
yeah,
much better, could you not?
I don't know. I've never
do
known
not.
a life any different.
And soon you shall, and in turn the great lord shall give you your freedom you such desire. And I'll say, now, will you be in this building if we return with more inquiries?
Most likely.
Very good. Scurry about.
Well,
They-
hold on.
He
had
also
sweat-
will hear Dobson's questions, which
Yeah,
are
of
being
course.
added in
That's
chat.
about all I have for him.
He asks, how did your people learn of things like jobs and places of worship if you've been subjugated for generations without access to these things? And he will, his wife will reply, this lady will reply,
Jerky's wife.
well, sometimes the vampires will capture people from outside the city. And so we hear a little bit about other places.
Right. I mean, I'm sure they're not the only ones the vampires utilize.
God, my chair is so squeaky. I used to have this, like, green gamer chair, but then it was, like, falling apart.
The gamer
So
quote-unquote chairs
I
are always
switched.
garbage.
Yeah, I know, but I had this chair, which is it's got like a net back. It's kind of like a mid-grade office chair.
Yeah, that's pretty much
But the armrests,
not very good.
the like pleather on the armrests, it's not pleather, but
Peeling off.
the like plasticky stuff on, yeah, it was peeling off, and so I was like, it's getting uncomfortable.
Yeah.
So if my friend gave me his like gamer chair that he was getting rid of for free. Started using that, and that thing's pleather was peeling like crazy. And also, it was not very comfortable after all.
No.
So I managed to take the arms off of that chair and put them on my old chair. And it kind of works, except that this chair squeaks a lot.
All good, my man.
Anyway, that's my chair
As long as
story.
it's yeah, and you're sticking with it. Or you're sitting in it.
Oh yeah, I'm sticking to it.
There you go.
More like, actually, that's what my friend said about the other chair. He said it made him sweat too much.
And he stuck to it.
Yeah, because it was like a solid pleather instead of netting.
Can't breathe. All right. Does anyone we got more questions for these guys? Because that
End
was
chair
all.
story.
That's all.
What was
we're
Danny
looking at.
about to say?
Well, I was going to ask them the same question I asked them that got us in here in the first place. Of, do you know
the
the
Meiyerditch?
Meyer?
He will like notably lower his voice a bit more, and come leaning closer to the group.
If he yells, I'm gonna get mad. You don't lure someone in to scream at them.
And so he'll be like, only rumors, really. Why do you ask?
But what are the rumors?
We were sent to come find them.
What were the rumors that they heard? I'll ask.
He will he has a kind of worried look on his face. Looks over at Anna, who has a similar sort of look. He's hesitant to answer.
Can I see that he's like, is it scared? What is he?
You could make an insight check.
Yeah. I'm okay at those.
They they have this look on their face that tells you they're worried of getting into trouble with the law of this place by revealing information, most likely.
Okay. I'll ask him if he knows how to read or write.
He shakes his head.
Shakes his head like no.
No.
Okay. I'll look at Anna. Does she?
Same thing.
That helps less than being able to read and write, you know?
Uh-huh.
Okay. Well, I asked the questions I already asked, and I've expressed that we're going to save them, and they will become Zerosian, and the Empty Lord will bless them as they escape to his warm and embracing bosom.
Hot.
Say, if you don't think Zeros has got a bosom worth caressing, then you're probably right. It's the fifth age. The man's pretty much a shadow at this point. I don't have anything else for him, guys. If we're getting out of here, I'll pop a detect.
They will answer Dobson's following questions
Nice.
concerning what they eat. He says, well, the vampires will allot us a little bit of food, usually poor quality meat and hard bread.
Rule.
I'm not sure where they get it from.
The worst part of being in Meiyerditch was the Dementors.
The Dementors.
Gruel
And the
sandwiches.
gruel.
Don't drop the soap. All right.
A Meiyerditch Mike.
Meiyerditch Mike. And you would be the belle of the ball. Oh shit. These guys are probably lucky I don't push them up against the wall, biatch. They're weak too. They're very pushable, I'd imagine.
It's cut with sawdust. You guys see that video about that guy that tried to see how much sawdust he could put into a Rice Krispie before people would notice?
William Osmond's a brilliant man. Yeah, he's also done terrible things like make his homemade X-ray machine. And making a blender out of a garbage disposal. He's definitely got some good videos. I would say check him out if you haven't, for sure.
Hey, sawdust is a good. Oh God.
Does Dobson say that?
I don't know.
Because if Dobson says that, I have a lot of
Zach
questions
said
about
that
the
one.
people of Dorkish Khan.
I gotta give him a Zach token so that he can click on it to chat
Just
as
beat-
Zach.
To chat as Zach. A Meiyerditch Zach! We should start looking for a prison, though, right? Or what's the plan, I guess? Do we care that much about getting Zephylos? Or getting Dermo right now? He
I
can't
care
get
about
more
it.
imprisoned than he is right now, right? So like we can come back to this.
I care about it, but also I have no resources. If we get in a fight, I'm
Yeah,
ripping it up.
that's like kind of where I'm at as well.
Oh damn, really?
Yeah, we're
Oh
not
shit,
looking.
Yeah,
yeah. You
We
guys
did
did
just.
get your asses kind of kicked last time.
Well, it
yeah.
was kind of a, let's call it a stalemate, and Dermo got his ass kicked.
Well, he got his ass picked up, lifted, transported,
By the Dementors!
translated,
Got kidnapped by the
transponded.
Dementors. You can eat your own hair.
Does he say that? That's...
Yeah, I think so. I forgot.
What the hell? Your hair?
You can eat your own hair.
That cannot have any vitamin C.
I can't
can
have
it?
any. Yeah, I can't have any like nutritional value. I guess I would also ask if where the others are. Like, obviously these two people aren't the only ones here. Is there like a system of tunnels that they travel through, or how do they get from building to building without being seen?
Well, we would go outside, but we try to stay inside more. We are allowed to be outside, but it tends to get you targeted.
I'll ask, how often do they get targeted on average? Now that I'm thinking of more questions.
It depends, I suppose.
Like the underwear for old people?
What?
Huh?
Depends.
Huh?
Huh? Okay. So they don't really have a definitive, like, it's not like a monthly tithe or something.
Oh, they have a tithe.
Yeah, I'm asking, like, how often they get picked.
Oh, those come... How often do they come? They could be weekly.
Dang, that's not ideal. Dermo's got a lot of blood. It could be, like, he'll be fine, right? Probably? He's a juicy boy. Zephylos, what are we doing, boys?
I'm kind of thinking to bunker down and rest before we go first.
Yeah, I think we should at least take a short rest. I don't know how safe it is to rest in the city. And he's expressed that people get kidnapped from outside the city as well. So if we camp outside the walls, the odds of us getting caught are also not zero because they're going to be patrolling outside the walls, is my guess. So I'm all for a nap. I'll look at Thias and Anna and I'll say, is there any place in the city that is safe for rest? I'm sure you don't get many travelers.
If there was, I wouldn't be here.
I'll nod and I'll say, we should leave the city.
It was a pain to get in.
Say,
We should probably find an abandoned building and just hide in it.
Urluk would protest.
I think there's one up the street that hasn't had anyone in it for a while.
Can I see if he is luring us into some kind of fucked up trap?
Yeah, you can insight.
I'm okay at those. I don't know this guy, but I also trust my gut. I don't trust it that much, though. Everything's a makeshift shovel if you use it to dig,
or
Dobson.
tools. Do they? What would they use a shovel for?
Digging, DM?
Yeah, but why would they have to dig?
I don't know. That's not the question.
Latrines? Oh, good point.
Well, if they're malnourished, they don't have to do that much.
They have like They have like little sticks that
They
they
got-
can use for stuff. Like, yeah, they wouldn't have any like metal tools.
Do they have toilets or do they use the 3 shells?
The what?
Nah, but someone's never seen Demolition Man. Got it.
Is that August? Did he come? Alright.
He doesn't know about the 3 shells, guys.
He's muted though. Oh,
Yes,
that
I'm
mosquito
muted so
gif.
you don't hear the dogs. I apologize.
Why, it's a whole flock.
I do know about the 3 shells, by the way.
I don't know if I want to know.
No, it's just about being in the future and
Yeah, like how they
the-
use
the
toilets in the
shells.
future. Yeah, they don't use toilet paper. They use the 3 shells.
But no one explains what that means.
No one
and
explains
so-
how the 3 shells work in the whole film.
Yeah, so that's kind of the
Like a
joke
joke,
about it.
yeah. That like also
Ah.
the viewer doesn't know how to use the 3 shells.
Right. So it's a joke to both the in character and also the out of character.
Thank you.
I see.
Thank you for getting the 3 shell joke.
Thank you. I just learned about it recently.
Dermo, I have a question for you. How much do you enjoy living? Out of 10, out of 10.
'Cause you may not be living
In
Out
in
of
real
10.
life or
Out of-
wait, in
no,
real
Dermo,
life or in
Dermo, like Dermo.
Oh,
like
Dermo.
Out of 10.
I feel like he would be like a 10 because he
One being
he
the
feels
most. One being like
Oh.
you value your life the most.
Oh, like a 2 or a 1. Yeah, he definitely
Okay, yeah,
values
because
his life.
when you said 10, you had me worried. So I was like wondering, you know. But
Yeah,
if it's
no.
a 1 or a 2, then we should probably rescue him, guys.
Damn, I'm sorry to put this on you guys.
I didn't.
No, because he has a purpose. He feels motivated to be the savior of his people.
Well, right now, Dermo's likely
no.
not feeling anything. Because, and this is the really important part, Dermo, he's unconscious and a prisoner. So,
Yeah.
This is like my college years again,
I would
waking up in a
say-
prison cell.
I would say, if your goal is to not die, you should start waking the fuck up and getting out of the prisoner state. Because
Alright,
we have no idea where you are.
Whenever it's my turn, I will probably not die, at least immediately.
It is not your turn because you are somewhere in Meiyerditch, far away from the party.
Yeah.
Now, can someone fill me in on how this happened? Because I feel like that's a big leap from we're about to climb this wall
Okay.
to you are
VOD
prisoner
sure
of
can.
war.
The
So
VOD
here's
can.
here's
Yeah,
what
I'll watch
happened.
that.
Okay.
So what
um,
happened was
Dobson went invisible. Erluck was
went
flying
invisible
with the
I-
fly
oh, yeah, that's
spell.
right. Yeah, I was flying.
Erluck was flying with the fly spell while carrying Dobson over the
Mhm.
wall. They were both invisible too.
Yeah,
Um,
we landed in one building nice and quietly. You went careening into the side of a different building like a goddamn
Zephylos
catapult.
helped Dermo climb up the wall, and then when you tried to, as you crossed it, there was somebody coming before you could climb down the other side. So you had to hang off the edge of the wall to avoid being spotted, like Indiana Jones. Except
Oh
that
no.
you rolled really low on a athletics, and so you just dropped and you fell through this roof right here, and made a bunch of
Oh.
noise.
But
At
everyone
which
else
point-
was able to get by without
Yeah,
problem.
we landed safely in
Uh,
different buildings. You landed in
yeah.
your building.
I'm
with
gonna
a thud.
pretend it's a sacrifice I made. I was like,
So
I need to make a distraction for them so they can go safely.
Definitely
well,
not
so
what
then
happened.
we had a very long combat. The party found that they were able to. Did you kill a Juvenant or not?
No, we were trying
No.
to kidnap it so that we could
So the party was having a rough
parlay
time
with the pirate captain, I guess, to get Dermot
keeping
back.
up with the Vyrewatch because they could like stun people and they could heal a lot, and even like magic was not really working very well, and so eventually they just wore you guys down. Started running out of resources. They knocked Dermo out. They're like, these guys are annoying, so let's just get out of here. So they picked up Dermo's unconscious body, carried it away, and the party couldn't really do anything about it.
Yeah, we tried to do something about it though, and then we couldn't do that, so we tried to kidnap a
Yeah, they tried to stop a
Juvenite.
Juvenate,
And we couldn't do that either
and it ran away too.
because we are less efficient than a wet mop handle. And yeah, so we pretty much just let them take you. I do, in character, have some feelings about it. They're not strong feelings, but we're gonna get you back, is the goal. Right now, we're talking with some citizens here of the great city of Meiyerditch, and we are trying to inquire the answers to where you might have gone, as well as the duties of the citizens here, which we are learning is to survive and prisoner. Very respectable jobs, not where I'm from. But I can understand the sentiment to surviving. And this person on the map here, this gentle dude, has explained to us that it's very dangerous in the city. So, sage advice. We'll be sure to share that with Dermot when we find him.
I appreciate it. Yeah, that's a big step in the right direction.
And Dobson has something to say. Thank you for sharing.
Thank you, everyone, for filling me in. I will stand by for my turn.
Okay.
If we get there.
If I don't die before then.
If you're not already dead.
So, let's see. Deciding where the party wants to rest before traveling any further.
Yeah, we need to get a rest
in the
before we do
city.
anything, because we're in kind
That's
of
where
rough
we
shape.
left off.
Yeah, we're in kind of rough shape right now. There's another building, he said, though, that is relatively safe.
Yes.
He
It's
expressed.
like, yeah, if you just go down the alley that way,
Mm-hmm.
the second building on the left, turn right there, and then it's the one on the right. It gives you some description of how to find it nearby.
And I'll look at Zephylos, because I'm not a direction guy. Which is funny, because I travel a lot, but I wander. I don't have a guy, I'm
Wanders.
not focused. I'm not, yeah.
If
I'm
only
not
we had
lost,
someone
but I'm not.
that
Only if
had a
someone who
map
had
of the
survival.
stars.
Yeah.
DM, is the moon
No.
visible? Okay. That's not what you thought I was gonna ask, though, right? You thought I was gonna ask about the stars. Cool. So let's sneak down this alleyway. I'm gonna try to be stealthy.
The man before, as you're about to head out, he'll be like, wait, he goes and he walks over to the corner of the room, picks up a handful of like dusty sort of dirt, throws it onto the ground to like just like spray it over the ground so that it's like coated with the dirt. And then he will, oh shit, do I have a picture ready? And he will trace in the dirt a drawing, which looks like this image in resources.
Like a sickle, I'll say.
Yes, so he draws an image of a sickle in the dirt. And he says, after you've rested up, follow these.
Where will they be?
They're scattered around the city.
Is there a pattern in which we can recognize them?
I'm not sure.
Very well.
He quickly then scatters the dirt to erase the symbol.
Yeah. In my hand, with a minor illusion, I'll try to copy the icon just for reference to myself. And then I'll also kill the illusion after I've replicated it.
Mm-hmm.
I'm committing the symbol to memory, which is a pretty simple symbol, so I
Yeah,
doubt
it
Eat
should
that
it should
mushroom.
be easy to remember.
Yeah.
Have I during this process I've been like doodling and doing Dobson's makeup to make him look like a malnourished human child?
I think his idea was to roll in the mud.
Yeah, that's fine. He can do that after I've made him look less green.
Good point. What are you gonna do about the ears, though?
Yeah, so he's not gonna like the answer to that. As I pull out a dagger.
Pull out my shears.
As I pull it right.
Oh yeah, just wear his hood.
Yeah, I'm just gonna pull his head
Big
up.
brain. What are those lumps on your hood?
Yeah. And then I don't know. I mean, me, we're gonna like, stealth
Oh,
as we can.
tumors? Oh no.
It's not a tumor.
Oops, didn't mean to do that. Oh god. There we go. And I pull out my gun, but Cupcake says.
I like how Dobson has a list of items he's looking for, and about 50% of them are just cloaks. This guy's gonna be like the cloak master. He's playing RuneScape. He wants all the capes.
Yeah, he's trying to fill his costume room.
Can't spell RuneScape without cape. Am I right, Dobson? Am I right?
Oh my god, Rune's cape.
Yeah, that's why the rune crafting cape is the most valuable. It's a RuneScape.
You mean the magic cape? Because you have to use runes to get it.
No, the rune crafting cape has a little rune on it though. Has the rune crafting altar on it though. It's like, no. You can use magic and not use runes. What are you talking about?
I mean, I guess if you want to do like 10,000 games of Soul Wars.
You don't? I'm pretty sure I played that many as a kid too, is the thing. I fucking
God.
I was literally in Soulmates, the fucking Soul Wars clan, for like 10 years.
There's a Soul Wars clan.
There was a couple of them, yeah.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
Usually for dead content, they have to like organize it.
True.
For dead content, we talk. Soul Wars was like the biggest mini game for like years.
No, he's making a pun. There's souls.
I remember when it was in its prime. That was good
Dead
time.
content.
Yeah, that was when that clan was like popular. It was like
I
a
remember
full
when-
ass. We had 2 CCs full of people running Soul Wars at all
I
time.
remember when Fist of Guthix was popular. That was
God,
cool.
that was a time to be
Soul
alive.
Wars was popular and like actually balanced again, like at the start of OSRS. That was really fun.
Yeah, and it was fucking crowded.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now there's just too
Now
many
you know
minigames.
everybody just ice barrages at spawn
Yeah.
again.
Yeah. The meta, as we know. Who needs skill when you can go for thrill and
When you
chill?
can wear Arims and get splashed constantly.
Splashed to death. Oh. The games we play. Anyhow, we should follow these sickle signs best we can.
Yeah.
Okay, so you are able to follow his directions to the house, the abandoned house, to rest. Or you can go and immediately start following those symbols.
I think rest
I believe the
first.
consensus was resting first. Okay.
Yeah, rest first.
So I'm just gonna move us back to the map.
I didn't know if the symbols were taking us to a safe spot. I couldn't remember what he said.
He didn't specify.
Fair enough. I just like to clarify that I don't trust these guys. They've lived here their whole lives, and like, I get that they're like beaten and withered as people, but like, it doesn't mean I trust them. I'll take their advice into consideration,
Yeah,
but I'm
if
going
it
to
sucks
be.
so much in Meiyerditch, why don't they just sell their house and move?
I'm just saying that a worthless god like Saradomin would want weak followers like this.
Was that meme that-
I will free these people, and I will allow them to bolster their own powers, and they will become what they are destined to be, not slaves in Meiyerditch. And that'll be because of the Great Lord Zaros.
Was that meme that one guy said? He's like, let's say that somebody who lives in Meiyerditch, their house, the sea level rises 10 meters and their house is underwater. Why don't they just sell their house and move?
Because it's it's waterfront property at that point. Why don't they sell
Yeah,
it?
waterfront property. Just sell it.
Everyone I know buying real estate in Florida right now, I'm like, bro, you know that like in 8 years it's gonna be underwater, right?
Yeah, before you retire, that's not gonna be there anymore.
The good news about buying interstate property in Florida is it'll be waterfront in a few years.
I kind of am slightly comforted, as dark as that is, in that I don't live near the ocean.
You are a minority,
But
historically
I also
speaking.
live in tornado land, so there's that.
Say 60% of all humans have lived near the water since the beginning of time, and you are considered a minority
It's
if you've never
probably
lived near
true.
water. It is accurate. And it's not just because people like to live near water, it's because the water was the easiest source of food and
Hey, I am in a quadruple landlocked state,
Utah.
if you don't count the Great Lakes.
Oh. I don't. Because the Great Lakes
I
aren't
don't
a
think
state.
you would.
The Great Lakes aren't a
They're not
state.
states.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure all lakes are landlocked. That's what makes them lakes, DM. I think what you're looking for is ocean, if it's not, right? That's a... Perhaps.
Okay, so you are indeed
Nap time.
able to find that guy, the building that guy told you about, which is abandoned, and luckily you are not disturbed overnight.
Do we get the long rest?
You do get a long rest.
Before we go night
Now,
town, I'm gonna
is
try
it
to
a
message
a wilderness long rest, or is it
Probably.
a safe long rest? It's probably a wilderness
Probably
long
wilderness
rest.
and Meiyerditch because we're gonna be on alert.
Yeah,
I'm gonna try to
okay.
message Dermot though.
So if you already did a rest, then you can ignore this prompt, but I'm gonna put that prompt up there.
Yeah, before night town, I'm gonna message Dermot if I can. I'm gonna send him a message sending.
Actually, not terrible idea at all.
And I'm gonna say, Dermo, if you can hear this, I need you to reply with what you can see around you. And
Am
that's
I able to hear him?
Well, Erlach would not get a response.
Okay.
Dermo is unconscious.
I
at
will
this
share
time.
that with Zephylos. I'll say, he has not replied to my sending message, which means one of two things. And I won't say either, but I'll give him the look that he knows.
Should I click finish long rest because I'm still unconscious or no?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, you'd still be unconscious and wherever you are, though. Would he not get his day,
Yeah, you
his
can-
end of day stuff back and his long rest stuff back?
yeah,
Like,
you can do that. We'll deal with what we need to later. But
he'd
yes, you
still
can
be unconscious.
you can
and
do the
probably
long rest
restrained.
right now.
All right, I clicked it.
Yeah.
I'll tell the party I didn't get a reply, and I'll say it a little solemnly, obviously, because losing 25% of your manpower is bad.
Or boy power.
Or Dermo
Yeah,
power.
yeah, Zach. We'll sort that out. Don't worry.
Yeah,
I
no,
will
exactly.
choose to not reply.
The good news is Dermo doesn't have a lot of brains 2 damage. So if there is anything permanent, it will be less than, say, Zephylos.
So, you guys get your long rest and wake up the next morning. Not the most refreshing rest, but a needed one. We are not quite ready yet to switch to Dermo as far as chronology. So we'll get to that soon.
Yeah, that morning I will send a duplicate message, same exact wording. See if we get a response.
Again, you will not get a reply.
I will share that with
It's
the party.
probably not conscious yet.
I understand that, but I'm gonna still try. I share it with the party as I begin.
Or maybe he's
to-
just dead. I don't know. August, you brought a backup character, right?
Yeah, it's
I have made 3 characters just in the off chance.
I was gonna say he has a backup character named Tom Red, and it's a Gobi. It's a Gobi who thinks he's an air root. No, no one.
You're not far off.
I'd say it's just a reverse of Dermo, and he's just a Gobi who thinks he's
No,
an air root.
it's Dermo's brother, Tom Red,
Yeah, that's what I was saying, right? Like,
and he's just Dermo with the mustache.
exactly. I was saying, like, if Erlich dies, we're gonna meet.
Isn't it
Erlich.
weird? His Dermo's name backwards sounds more like a real name than his regular name.
Real name for an air root or real name for anyone else? Because I don't know what an air root name would be.
They're actually all named Tom Red.
Red Drum. Dobson's been awful quiet, you know?
Yeah, it's
how's he feeling this morning?
Found a bunch of dust on the drawers next to my desk, and it's bothering me. I have to deal with it right now. Apparently. God, it gets so dusty around here. I never had to deal with this much dust before I moved into this place that I'm currently living in. Probably because I never leave my desk.
I would recommend more often.
What?
Brings me back to 08 when Death tried to clean his house too, but all the dust and cobwebs were getting everywhere, and then spiders went on strike.
Oh boy.
Do you not remember this Halloween event?
I do.
Oh, yes. Oh, that was one
remember-
of my first ones. I loved that.
Remember the Halloween event where
It's the one where
the fifth horseman of the apocalypse.
it starts
Oh,
by
that's
whoever just being like, "There's a spider
love
in the
that.
bathtub," and then the player character is like, "Are you kidding me right now?"
Yeah, right.
I ran both Spider in the Bathtub and DEFCON 2 over the last 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Yeah, they were
How was that?
foggers.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not going to elaborate further than
I
that.
feel like I could turn
Poggers, that's
like
it.
I feel like I could turn that spider in the bathtub Halloween event into like a one shot, like a funny Halloween one shot. Something.
Yeah,
I don't remember it that well, but I feel like those old holiday events had that like goofy factor.
The old
they 100%
holiday
did.
events were way better than the ones we get now. I guess now we get more like lore-driven ones. Partially.
Wait, you don't like clicking on pumpkins every 10 minutes?
I haven't done a Halloween event in forever. I think the last one I did was the Pillars with the
See?
half Majorat girl. What was her
Yeah,
name?
Moya. That's the last one I
Yeah.
did too.
That was the
I
last one I did, and I was like,
didn't,
that's actually pretty good because it had some lore.
I
to
didn't
it as
even
well.
do the event. I just like have been AFKing necromancy.
I also learned that Majorat fuck mortals. I didn't know that was the thing they did. So,
Why wouldn't they?
I mean, I guess,
Lucian,
but like,
didn't bone
I feel
to
like
make
that
her.
would
She was,
weaken them.
test tube.
Moya's a test tube baby.
Yeah.
Moya's a-
Is that
yeah,
what you
Um,
said? Hmm.
yeah, she is.
Yeah, the Majorat are asexual. He created her.
They're
yeah.
asexual. Is that canon? I didn't even.
They're
know
not
that.
asexual because Zamorak and Palrika had a kid.
Hey, who the
No,
hell?
but they do the ritual of interveration.
Yeah, they have a ritual for reproducing, but that doesn't mean
I
they're
mean,
asexual.
you can call it whatever you want.
That's just a really fancy other species form of sex. I wouldn't say that's asexualism.
Listen, when a Majorat loves a Majorat,
Sometimes
just
not
kinda
even a Majorat. When a Majorat loves anything, really.
Now my friend
just
shows
kinda
up
like-
to the chat.
spirit bomb a baby to exist.
Yeah, we're talking. Your friend shows up as we're talking about Majorat orgies.
Hmm.
Sus.
Happy Pride Month, you guys.
Happy Pride Month.
Happy Pride Month.
I'm intrigued. He said.
But are you scare-roused?
Scare roused. Okay, so the party wakes after a amazing conversation about something that doesn't matter.
But Cupcake, and I pull out my gun.
What do?
So usually for my ritual in the morning, one of my first level spells I cast
On Dermo.
is on Dermot. So instead,
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
gonna replace that first level spell with Disguise Self.
Nice.
Cool.
So I'll use my arcane recovery and have all my spell slots open.
Is disguise self concentration?
No, it's not.
No.
Oh, that's nice.
And it lasts like an hour.
So you can spam it on everybody.
No, you
DM
can't. It disguise self.
Yeah, you can spam it on everybody that is themselves.
Oh, true. I never thought of it that way.
Big brain. Disguise other. Should have learned that one.
Called theming, and it's well, crud.
Okay. Oh yeah, and then your arcane recovery. Yep. Did you actually use like 3 slots?
Yeah. So
I guess if you double mage armor.
Mage armor on me, mage armor on Bird,
Yeah.
disguise self, and
Yeah.
then I get them all back.
Mm-hmm.
Just wait till I get 4th one. I wish it was like Baldur's Gate, where instead of like arcane recovery being a one-time thing, it's like a pool of like how many spell slots.
I do
you can
agree.
recover.
I do agree. It should be like that. Your wizard level halved, rounded down, and then you can choose 1/1 to 1/2 or whatever. I think that's a better
Wait,
use
what?
for it.
So how it works in 5e is I
Yeah.
do a
You
short
get to do
rest,
it once.
and
Yeah.
and it's a one-time.
Pick
I can just
one.
get spell slots back, right?
Yeah.
But how it works in Baldur's Gate, like so for example, I have 3 levels worth of spell slots right now, right?
Yeah.
In Baldur's Gate, it's a pool that's
Mhm.
3 spell slots, right?
Mhm.
You can choose
So I
one
can
now
use,
or 2
I can
later.
do one now, and then I can
Mhm.
do another short rest later and use the other 2.
Oh, that's nice.
It's nice.
So you can kind
have
of
a
like split it
pool.
up.
It just
like
makes
how-
it so that you don't have to gamble on how many slots you're gonna use later.
It's also like a use
Yeah,
it or
that's
lose
nice.
it thing, where like if you don't like right now, it's like you feel like you have to use it, but later on it feels like, or in Baldur's Gate, it feels like you use it as you need it.
Yeah.
Sure.
I feel like I use my arcane recovery a lot in Baldur's Gate too. God bless Gale. The man carries the team.
Hey, spoilers.
How did you not
Somebody-
get what? What?
Gale's just a wizard. You're not
it's
learning
spoiler.
anything.
He's not just
Spoiling.
a wizard. What are you talking about? Gale is far from just a wizard.
All right, what's the plan?
I would like to revisit the building where we found Thias and Anna.
Uh
If possible, to make that way back that way safely this morning.
huh. Yeah, you probably can. It's very close.
Zephylos, I'll express that it's important that we tend to the flock, and as these new potential Zerosians, the people that we are planning to save, I want to make sure that we are in their good graces. As I begin to prepare create food and water, if they're there, I'm gonna give them some food. That way they have some nourishment. Are you opposed to going back to the building to give them some food, Zephylos?
No, I'm not opposed.
Okay. When I get there, DM, are they there?
Yes.
Okay. I will
Find
prepare
them huddled up inside.
3rd level, create food and water, and I will leave 45 pounds of food and 30 gallons of fresh water in that building, and I will say, find those of which who need
That's
food.
so much food.
And I'll say, find those of which who need food and feast, please. You say, you need your strength if we are to get you out of this godforsaken spit of land.
They take the massive amounts of food and agree.
And I'll say, if you need more, please leave. And I'll find. Is there like a
Just leave Meiyerditch.
no is there like a support beam in this building that isn't like rotted to high hell?
Sure.
Okay. I am going to take my dagger out, and I am going to carve a small little like woodpecker hole in the support beam itself. Okay? And I'm going to place a ball bearing in it. And I'm going to say I'll say, if you need more food, remove the ball bearing. Do you understand?
Is it on the outside of the building or is it on the
No,
inside?
inside the building. Inside the building's
Okay.
where we are, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you're gonna go in the building to check for the ball bearing?
Yeah,
being
I'll
there?
peek in to see if they need more food or not. That way we don't have to see them every time. They can stay safe, and if there's no, I can leave food in the building for them.
Okay. Wouldn't it be easier to put the bearing outside the building so you don't have
No,
to... Okay.
because I don't want anything outside to look different.
Okay.
The vampires would have to come inside the buildings and start looking around for suspicious stuff. I feel like it's harder to do than like modifying something outside where they might be
Alright.
patrolling. Because we're kind of near the wall, if I'm not mistaken. That building's pretty close to the wall.
Yeah.
So they'd be on high alert in this area. It'd be like a sector of security where they'd be patrolling likely. I want it to be inside so that they can pop up and I can pop my head in to see if the ball bearing's there or not.
Okay.
I'll say, if you are in danger, put anything else besides the ball bearing in there. Do you understand?
Okay.
There may not be much we can do, but at least we'll know.
He nods.
I'll nod back and I'll say, we have a great deal to do today. We will see you again, Thais and Anna. Stay safe, and may Zaros guide you. And I'm sure we're going to be heading out now. Is that what it
Yep.
was? Okay.
Sounds like a plan.
Okay. Alright,
Alright.
where to?
So we have to find out where. By the way, before I continue my part of my disguise self, it also disguises what you carry and stuff. So like, it doesn't look like I'm wearing any weapons or any gear on me. I'm just a guy in scraps. For contact. But we have to find the Meiyerditch hideout. So I want to have Striggy kind of fly around looking for the sickle symbols that we were advised.
Mm-hmm. Also, see if he can find any, or she can find any,
Thank you.
clues, maybe? Clues to that, maybe Dermot being dragged off somewhere, maybe where he got dropped or touched down to go any signs. Maybe, I know smelling is not her strength, but, anything. You know what I mean? Just
Yeah,
to
if
get
I
us
spot
guided.
any Dermo happening, inform me. But yes, that's the goal.
Mhm.
Okay, so signs of Dermo. So other than like Striggy, what is your method of attack here?
Attack is to not attack. I'm
Right.
gonna put. We're gonna do pass without a trace as we travel through the city. And that should keep us relatively protected from being seen. And I'll maintain concentration on that as we travel.
Mm-hmm. That is 1 hour. Okay.
And if Striggy finds something related to Dermo, I'm gonna try to locate object when we get closer, I'll say. I assume that Dermo's form is something I'm familiar with.
Wow, look at that stealth. Everybody can roll a stealth for now.
My face when the camel's stealthier than the
Not
human.
Dermo
Oh, never mind.
though. Oh, okay. Well, 15.
15, still not terrible.
Hey, 26.
Oh, there's good duality of rolls, my man.
Well,
Oh
I
wait,
included
sorry.
the plus 10.
36.
It would make sense that
Excuse
the
me.
goblin is easy.
36 stealth.
I must have done a really good job making him look like a malnourished human child.
Well, the real question is, Urluk, and be honest here, who has the blessing of the trickster?
I can't put it on myself, so I would have put it on Striggy unless she took off, and then I would have put it on you.
Well, I did go off, so I'll reroll Cephalus.
Mm-hmm. I
Thought
can't put
that
it on
the
myself
trickster's
is the
bad.
thing. And I wouldn't have put it on Dobson because I believe Dobson's pretty sneaky on his own. We've learned that already. Okay.
Yes, I'll keep
So-
the 26.
Okay. So, well, that was a group stealth check for me, so...
I mean, 15 low hits,
Basically,
36
yeah.
highest. I think we did good.
Yeah, you're pretty good there.
Deducing.
So, and it's a good thing too, because a couple minutes after you exit Thias's little home,
All this
you
living.
notice that it seems like the presence of vampires has significantly increased in this area from last night. Thankfully, due to a combination of multiple of your magical skills and your own physical skills, you're able to remain pretty well unseen. As for looking for signs of Dermo, so you do know that he was carried away by flight. So there's not really tracks that you can follow. What kind of are you looking for, knowing this, then, or what method are you going to try to use?
As I said, the first thing I'm looking for, of course, is the marquee symbols.
Oh,
than
yes,
anything.
yes.
Oh.
That's right. You did say that.
But like, more so keep an eye out for dermo evidence would be like, I don't know, if I see like a pig pen with people like working at mills and one of them happens to be a goby, you know, that would be something I'd take note of.
Or an A-root even.
Uh-huh. Okay, and Zach says, do I know of any of the herbs he had on him? Okay, Zach, be honest. Does does Dobson take notes about plants?
Dun, dun, dun. I can field this one since he's not able to say it. No. How about that?
Not as
Yeah.
much, but he does pay attention to interesting creatures like Dermot.
Dermot the Hermit.
Somebody quick Photoshop Kermit the Frog and Dermo together. Okay. So, actually, wait.
Can I help you out with this one though? Because I know what herbs you'd have on him. We're both herbalists.
Oh, that's right. Okay. Yeah, so you guys both brew the healing potions. So actually, Zephylos should know what kind of herbs he has with him, yes.
Yeah. Frick, I'll even show you some of them.
Let's see. If you happen to come across the scent of those herbs, or, you know, the sight of them, that could be a good indication. So as you guys look for, primarily for the Meiyerditch symbols, but also any coincidental evidence of Dermo's whereabouts, can I get a perception check, a group perception check from the three?
Yeah.
I use Striggy instead of mine.
Fine.
Striggy is more of the eye. It makes sense.
Whoa, what the fuck? That was crazy.
What, my cough?
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm still dying from like 3 weeks ago.
Oh,
Do you guys
okay.
remember that one session where I couldn't make it because I was running a fever? Or
Yeah,
like I made it but I was only
tuberculosis.
typing? Yeah, my cough's not gone away since.
Oh, yikes.
So if I
I was
like
looking
seem
at
really like low energy,
survival, not nature. Forgot. I made Das interested in nature. He's more interested in unique plant life that he's not familiar with. Okay, so he might like, I don't know, so I don't know if it would go so far as like being able to catch like it in such an unlikely sort of scenario that you would track like a scent of the herbs or something though. In his case anyway. Okay, perception. I need perception from Urluk and from Dobson.
Yep, I apologize.
Oh, he has locate plant. Okay, that changes everything.
Nice. Dang, my rolls are dog shit tonight.
Now the issue
What
is,
is
would you just
the
ping on me because I have the same herbs?
range of locate plant? And yes, how does it prioritize nearby versus far things? Describe or name a specific kind of beast or plant. Concentrating on the voice of nature in your surroundings, you learn the direction and distance of the closest of that kind within
Wait,
5
I have
miles.
an idea. I'll put
Destroy them.
no, I have an idea.
Burn them?
I'll put them all into Striggy's mouth, and then I'll banish Striggy to the pocket dimension. I'll then let you cast your spell, and then I'll bring Striggy back with my herbs.
I mean, wouldn't...
How many herbs do you have that they're gonna fit in his mouth?
Here's
Are you
the
kidding
thing,
me?
though,
It's like spinach, you know? Like, it basically cooks into nothing for one serving.
Here's the thing, DM.
I guess, but does that
We
destroy
don't
the
even.
herb?
We don't have to even do the we don't have to do herbs.
Let me see how many
If
herbs you have.
Dobson, what's your
Okay, you only have like
intelligence?
8 GP worth of herbs.
Dobson, what's your intelligence?
It's not that much.
That's like a single leaf, GM.
He's got
Yeah,
20.
bro.
Yeah.
Oh, Zach, you would know for a fact that the herbs will. Yeah, you'll find herbs, but Dermot has like a type of moss that grows on his back that you probably wouldn't find anywhere in the city. Why don't you look for that?
Moss
True.
in a marshy area?
He's the only. We're 5 miles away from. If it's in the city, we'll know it's Dermot. It's a moss that we found in the swamp, where it likely would not be growing on buildings in here.
Could be.
Much higher odds than I would say finding herbs. I'm just saying that with 20 intelligence, you probably could find a more
Wait,
specific
hold on.
thing to Dermot.
Hold on. Doesn't Dermo take plants and add it to his
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He's
back
probably
collection?
got something on his
We can-
back that
we
is
can
only
name-
found
We
here.
can name a mistlin flower that he took.
Did he take
Okay.
a mistlin flower?
Yeah, he always plucks flowers wherever he goes and
Did
adds
he
it.
feel
take
like
a,
it
did,
would
he
have-
take a starflower from Varrock?
It probably
Just say,
would have if it was
I
a
would
plucked
fill this
flower.
in. I always have
Would've been
flowers growing out of my moss, so yeah, there definitely would be some non.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah,
The
so
whole. I
at-
don't know if I described it, but I know a few months ago I specifically stated that it is lush and full of flowers and different things I found. So yes.
Yeah, so there'd be better things than
yeah.
dried
So
up herbs.
the particular plant probably doesn't matter given how much he has indeed roleplayed putting plants all over himself and his items. So you could certainly pick one of those plants that you recall. And there's probably not another one around here unless it's like, like algae or I don't know, something that would actually be in a city. Cool. So that has a range of 5 miles.
Where did you get the fur from a bloodhound?
Fur of a bloodhound from his material pouch.
Yeah, what bloodhound do you have contact with that you can collect a bit of fur from them as needed?
Well,
I'm
he
curious.
contacted them by using locate animals or plants.
R.I.P. Don't let Leo hear that you killed the bloodhound for magical components. He'll be a little up. He's sleeping. Never mind, he won't care.
You're now obligated to send a sleeping Leo pic.
All right, hold on. Can do.
Let's see. So I'm not convinced that this city is actually 42 miles across, but it might be more than 5 miles across.
It's in general.
How big is Varrock on the
Small
Varrock
puppy.
map? Varrock is like... If the map were to be believed in the Misthalin area, then Varrock is like 18 miles across, or the other way is like 10. We'll say like 10. It's unlikely more than a mile across. Meiyerditch or Varrock? It's our resident realism expert.
Yeah, it only
here.
takes about 20 seconds to walk from one side of it to the other.
Yeah.
I
Medieval
hate how
London with
stupid that is.
100k was a square mile. Okay.
Depending on your agility level, you can get there a little faster too.
How big was medieval London? I don't even know. Oh, well, 100k.
Well, it was a square mile.
Okay.
Yeah.
A square mile. Duh. Okay. So,
How much
yeah,
does a
alright.
ton of feathers weigh? Same
Less
energy.
than a ton of bricks.
Lighter, it's feathers.
But that's a ton of bricks.
It's a brick.
It's a ton of feathers.
feather. Alright. So stupid. I love it. Alright. Kudos, Dobson, for having that prepared. I did change
Cool.
my spells up, but that is the best spell for this, so I'm not going to even bother
All right,
using it.
so yeah, map not to scale. But as you trek through Meiyerditch carefully,
Without a trace, even.
without a trace, you discover that Meiyerditch is huge. It also takes a long time to get anywhere because you're worried about stealthing, and
Yeah, half as
it is
fast.
very like maze-like and crowded. Buildings are very tightly packed to one another, against one another, and haphazardly sort of organized around. So it does take a while to traverse the city. Probably not more than the hour, but it could be a significant portion of that hour.
Yeah. If it gets to like 55 minutes, I will express to the party we need to find somewhere in the next 5 minutes to house up.
Yeah, so it won't go that far, but the scale of Meiyerditch you can see now is quite large. Probably at least rivaling the size of some of the larger cities in Misthalin itself, which may or may not be shocking to your character to realize.
Urlach's been in many places around the world. Probably just another city to him.
Sure. So the locate animals or plants spell will be bringing you northward. I guess northeastish. Toward the northern part of Meiyerditch, it seems. Along the way, can I still get the perception from everybody except, I guess we'll leave out Dobson because he'll be focusing on the plants spell.
Another nat 1 probably? Oh hey, that wasn't bad.
Okay, so 19 and Striggy got a 14. Okay, so Urlach, along the way, several minutes into your trek through the city, you do notice one of these symbols of the sickle, which is painted faintly onto the underside of an overhanging sort of roof. So it's like partly hidden from above.
Yeah, I'll
It's kind of
hold my
hidden in
hand
that
up,
way.
and I'll, as quietly as I can, to Zephylos, and I'll point to the sign on the door. You said, wall, and
It's,
I'll point to my hand, and I'll say, "It's the same, yeah."
It's on the underside of the overhang of like a roof.
Yeah, I'll point at the overhang, and I'll point at the symbol in my hand with the illusion, and I'll say, is this the sign we're looking for?"
Yes, that's it.
I'll look at Dobson and I'll say, "Go check it out before we run in." I'm big as fuck, and he's the stealthiest, so I figured. Get his head in there at least. Now we'll know if this sign is a trap or not, you know? And also, I'm okay with losing the non-Zerosian if it is.
Dobson is also going to attempt to find a way in without being seen.
Wonderful.
So if you want to do that, you can make another stealth check.
He's still got my Blessing of the Trickster on him. If it's not, I'll refresh.
That was on Zephylos.
I'll put it on Dobson now as he's going inside.
Okay, that's fair.
Yeah.
You can re-roll that, Zach. Okay, 20.
30, because the plus 10.
So,
Well, he's leaving our range.
as long as he stays near you, which he probably won't at this point.
Well, as he's going in, it's 30 feet. I think the building is...
Yeah, and until...
He gets
yeah,
a little
okay,
bit into it at least.
I'll keep that in mind. So...
Starting off, he's stealthy at least.
Yeah, so he will... let's see. Does he want to, like... Let's see. Dobson will notice that there is a hole in the roof on the top of the first floor that he could easily jump through if he wanted to. Or he could try the front door.
Yeah, that's never failed before. Walking right in. The bad guy is going to be looking for people coming in through the hole in the wall. Or in
The
the
roof.
hole in the roof.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, you are able to climb up on top of the roof. There's plenty of usually there's enough like handholds to climb up the buildings because they're so like rotten and there's like so many holes in the walls that you can just like stick your foot somewhere and climb up. And he's got slippers. That's right. He's got the slippers. He doesn't even have to worry about it. Climbs up the slippers, peeks in through the hole in the roof, and you can see that there is a man sitting on the dirt floor inside of this building. It's a pretty small house. It's only like 10 feet on a side or so, actually.
So he's still in range of my
Yeah.
Okay. My pass without a trace.
He is sitting there. What is he doing? I don't know. What do these people do? Pretty much nothing.
Well, he says sounds like they are surviving. Is what he said.
They basically
look
just
like
sit
he's
around
surviving?
and try to survive. He is leaning up against a wall, looking like he's attempting to like nap, but he's clearly not able to nap at this point. Oh god. So he says, "Hi, who are you? Okay, are you still peeking through the roof or have you jumped in?"
Oh, great.
While I look for another human name.
Fucking brilliant. I'd jump in after saying hi. It's so good.
You jump in after saying that? Okay, so he will look over at you, and so you are still kind of disguised as a little guy. Still the hood up, covering the ears. Yeah, okay, so he'll be like, I'm Straven. I paid my tithe 3 days ago already. What do you... Please.
Keep in mind he's saying this to a small child, so he's scared of this child, is what I'm getting.
There are small
Intimidate him,
vampires.
Dobson. Intimidate him, Dobson.
There are small vampires. You know this.
Small children, human children that look like vampires. This guy's just got PTSD. I'm gathering.
Probably.
Not here for vengeance.
I'm not here for blood. I'm here. Oh god. Oh, why did my... there we go. I'm not here for blood. I'm curious about the symbol outside. He says, "Oh, wait. You're not a vampire.
Yet.
You look like one of the short ones. I'm sorry. Oh, the symbol. It's not for this building. But it will lead you through the city. If you follow them, there's more."
Mm-hmm. And now we wait for Zach to type.
Now we wait for it here. I can roleplay as Zach.
Hi. Who are you? See, I'm Dobson.
It's I know, but it's not here. It's the symbol. It's next to this alley. He points his finger like behind, like pointing through the wall that's behind him. Go that way. There's more of them. You have to follow them.
That's good to know.
Mm-hmm. I've heard the rumors. Especially being someone that is in a building that's marked with one.
Zach, you type really handsome tonight.
Just keep following the trail.
This has become an Elden Ring quest very quickly. It's like I'm getting Dark Soul vibes. I'll meet you at the place. See you. And it's like, what? Where are we going? He's gone.
Huh?
Who was that? Was that a good
What?
guy or a bad guy?
And then they give you a quest item and you're like, oh shit, I didn't memorize what it was called. How am I supposed to find it in my inventory now?
Yeah.
'Cause
Exactly.
there's so many items.
And they're not like color coordinated or like
Yeah.
tiered in rank or anything. They're all just, yeah, classic. I'm getting real big like just follow the fucking sign dipshit energy from this guy right now.
You talking in character or out of character?
Like out of character. I'm just saying like between this dialogue between
He walks
Dobson and this guy.
downstairs and go out the front door.
Just go. Yeah, right. Do we see him pop out the front door like a moment or so later?
Yeah,
a
you
couple minutes later?
hear the door open.
What was inside? I'll ask Dobson.
The whole Meiyerditch is just one dude taking a nap.
The whole Meiyerditch just a dude sleeping in a building.
It's true.
Meiyerditch actually means sleeping in the mire.
They don't call it a Meiyerditch if you don't sleep in it. Okay, so there's people in there. I'll go inside.
Oh my god.
Arluck will head inside and he will introduce himself to
Waiting for Zach to protest as Dobson.
I will show you the way.
Do you
Dobson's
know the way?
Ugandan knuckles right now. I'm gonna go inside and I'm gonna throw homeboy a ration. And I'm gonna share with him briefly the good graces of Zeros, and I'll say, stay strong. Zeros will recover all of his assets, and I'll point to him. And then we leave. Any protest, party? To the minute and a half that might take? Excellent. Doesn't sound like it.
I didn't even see the text on the top of this GIF before I sent it. This is like some Zoomer meme.
Do you know the way?
I like how they put the reflection of him in the car window.
of
That's
the
a good
gym.
detail.
Yeah, that's
wow.
pretty good. That's a little high effort for a meme.
Yeah.
If I can't make it in MS Paint in under 3 minutes, it's too much effort for a meme.
Yeah, that's I make my memes in like fucking PowerPoint. Text boxes.
I make my memes like I don't have any respect for them at all. Because I don't.
Let's see. Yeah, I'm
They're
pretty
called
sure
shit posts for a reason.
Yeah.
They're supposed to be shit.
PowerPoint, it's got text boxes and it's got shapes. That's all you need.
There used to be a small paperclip who would say things like, I see you are writing a suicide note. Do you need any help? What happened to him? Clippy, I think his name was? Whatever happened to Clippy? Why no sequel?
Because everyone found Clippy annoying.
Oh god, I found the cursed meme of Clippy.
The pregnant one? I hate it.
Yeah,
I just
there's
got
another
Vapor
one
Wash
that I
real
was
quick,
looking
Kirby.
for. Alright. Oh, somebody made him in Minecraft. It says, it looks like you're trying to play Minecraft. Damn, where's the other one?
Let it be known that the DM distracts the party as much as the party distracts the DM.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah, it's equal parts. All right. Yeah, give him food and then we're gonna keep trucking.
Yep.
Yeah, Cortana's garbage, man. All right, let's get trucking. Does the guy look like he needs any healing at all as well? Does he
No.
look like okay?
He just looks.
He said
like
he
he
gave a
needs
blood tithe. He's just
food.
malnourished. Okay, yeah, I'll throw him another ration. And once we find Dermo, I'll just start eating Dermo's good cherries again. There we go. Down to one last ration. The good news is I'm shedding this weight off because the rations were heavy as fuck. Dead air.
So, following the symbol, so you notice that we keep on toward the direction of Dermo.
Mm-hmm.
You gonna follow that direction, or are you gonna follow the symbol?
Well, the symbols aren't going anywhere. We can't say the same for Dermo.
Good point. We can follow the symbols later. Okay. So, following the direction of the plant spell, you keep going northward until we'll say here-ish. These distances are not exact. You end up in the northern part of Meiyerditch, at which point you find yourselves coming up on what looks like it is like a stone structure, nicer than all of the crappier sort of buildings around this area. And better maintained. It is a small stone tower. It's maybe, I don't know, like 30 feet square and a few stories high, so that it reaches up over some of the taller of the ghetto buildings. And it appears that this is where the spell has been leading you, this stone building. What are we rolling, sir? Is this one of Dobson fighting his inner urges rolls? His better judgment rolls? Okay, yep.
Dawson doesn't do anything stupid? What? Do we need to roll for that?
He does.
Alright, well, I'm gonna give him a guidance. Don't do anything stupid, Dobson, and I'll guide him.
Okay, well, you stop concentrating on pass without trace in that case.
It was pretty much down anyways, right? We said we'd travel for about an hour.
Yeah, it probably was about to end.
About to fall off, yeah. I will keep the Blessing of the Trickster on. I'll put it back on Zephylos now that Dobson's done spelunking the inners of this near collapsing building. How far away is the tower?
You're like 50 feet from it, hiding behind a nearby building.
Okay. I will at this point. Now I
Oh,
know.
I'm muted. Lol.
Yeah, I know. I know that Dermo's not an object, but if we're feeling pretty strong about him being in the building, I'm gonna locate what part of the building he's in. I'm gonna reach out and try to sense the object named Dermo.
Okay.
Can I pinpoint in the tower where he is exactly?
What are you using? Oh, locate object. Ah.
Yeah, is he? If we're 50 feet from the building, is either the tower goes 1,000 feet up or 1,000 feet down, or he's not in this tower. That's gonna tell us that.
So, is it blocked by stone? No, it's not blocked by stone. That's nice.
No, it's nice. I just have to
Yeah,
be familiar with
so this will tell you that the object that it is trying to locate is near the top of the tower, which is about 5 stories tall.
I will hold the forked twig over to Dobson, and I'll lift it up so that his eyes can see between the fork, and I'll point and I'll say, "Do you see where he is at the top of the tower?" He probably doesn't, because it works for me, because it's my magic. And I'll say, "He's all the way up there," and I'll point and I'll say, "I don't feel like flying, but I'm not opposed to it." I'll say, "Zephylos, plan of action."
Yes, we could both become invisible. I say, gesturing to you and I.
Yes.
And we could have fly performed on you, and we can go up and see if we can get him down. Or honestly, like you can just go by yourself with Dobson, because Dobson can also become invisible.
Sure. I will say it's not a bad idea that we get a better gauge of what is inside. Is there any windows, DM?
So having a look at the tower. Oh, yes. Dobson can also just walk up the side of the building.
Yeah, but then we have another person away from the party if something bad happens. So, but yeah, I do see that as an option. I just don't want to.
Having a look at the tower, it has only the one window, which is at the very top. It looks like. It is also not an open window. It's you can't see it that well from down here, but it's shut in some way, so it's not just like a open hole.
All right. I am going to put before Dobson goes up there, I'm going to put a clairvoyance in the window, and we're going to listen for a couple minutes. See what we can hear, how many voices we can hear in there, and then I'm going to change to vision and see what it looks like. Does anyone have an opposition to that?
You create it within range. You can. How far away can you put it though?
Range is a mile on that.
You can place it a mile away from where you're currently standing.
The range of the spell is a mile.
Well, that's weird. Okay. Invisible sensor.
And I'll
remains
expend,
in place. You cast
I'll
spell,
expend that gold here right now. It's expensive, but it's worth it to get
Are
it.
you choosing seeing or hearing?
I can switch between them.
You don't have to spend the 100 gold every time.
No, I'm verbalizing that. Yeah, I'm verbalizing that it's an expensive component, but I have the money for it, obviously.
Mm-hmm.
It's just it's a piece of glass. It's a glass eye. That's all it is. You can fucking find it anywhere, I'm sure. But yeah, the gold is enough for me to want to reduce it from my money, obviously, if the DM's okay with that. It's just a fancy piece of glass, isn't it?
Okay. Keep in mind also, the material component for this says either a jeweled horn for hearing
Right.
or a glass eye for
Glass eye.
seeing. So if you
Right.
want to go and do the other one, you're gonna have to. It's gonna
Have
be
both.
another 100 GP.
Okay, I would have only got the vision one then. I would have
Okay.
only got the eye. Yeah, I wouldn't have
Okay,
bought both.
that's fine.
Yeah, I'll get the other. I'll get the horn when I have more money. But yeah, I would have only got the eye. I'm gonna
Okay.
place it in the window, so we can see
All right.
what's going on in there. See if
So-
there's.
Placing that up in the window, it appears to be shut, closed by some kind of like wooden shutters.
Mhm.
There is a teeny crack between the shutters, through which you can't really see that good, because it's dark in there.
Well, GM, correct me if I'm wrong.
It
Can't you
should be
place it
able-
on the other side of the window?
Yeah, it should be able to go on the other side of the window, DM.
Oh, you can just place it inside the
Yeah,
the building.
I would just.
Oh,
yeah.
that's cool.
I
Yeah,
mean,
it
if
says
Dermo's
an obvious
in
location.
there, I'll just I could put it on Dermo, but that would be like.
Cool. All right. In that case,
I don't want to do that in case they
Um,
can see invisibility, and then I want it to be more incognito. If
all
someone's
right.
in
So
there that
you
can
put
see
it.
invisibility,
You
I
put
don't
it
want to lose
just.
it.
You put it just inside the window. Am I understanding?
To
Okay.
watch, yep, to watch
Put
it
it
and
just
see what it's.
just on the other side of the shutters, and what you would see is you don't see Dermo inside. It's a small room. There's a door leading somewhere else, probably to like some stairs downward, and there's a table which appears to have a bunch of objects strewn across it, including a number of coins. Let's see, some like random equipment items like torches and rope, a bag that has been emptied out, a couple of other miscellaneous things, as well as Dermo's armor and his staff.
Yeah, because we
Those
would have had to
effects are
locate an
there.
object, one of his thing. So that's what we got pinged to.
Well, I located Dermo was what I
He's
was
not.
locating.
He's not an
He is
object.
not an object.
Okay. So he's somewhere. Well, the thing. Either way, Dobson was locating the stuff on his back. Is that in the room? The stuff that's growing on him?
The stuff on his back or the stuff that was on his staff? My the last thing that I heard was the like flowers and things that he put on his stuff.
I'm not sure what Dobson fixated on for that spell, if I'm being honest. Perhaps his staff. Okay, I see that there. Perhaps his staff, maybe. Yeah, the
On his
flowers he
back,
put on his back
okay.
is what I had heard. So
Okay.
unless they removed those from him, then we would have got a. I was under the impression that we were tracking him and not his effects.
Would they have removed them from him?
Seems like a very
Would
cheap
they have?
thing to do.
That would be weird. I don't
Yeah,
know why they
seems like a-
would.
I don't think they
Okay.
care enough.
Well,
Like,
now now I kind of fucked this up. Okay.
it's okay. We can
Um,
redact. If we can make it so that it's a staff. If we knew it was a staff, I wouldn't have put a locate object in the window. I only want PID on him. I need PID on Dermo.
Okay. What should we do now then?
So Dermo's not in there then. I wouldn't have clairvoyance then, so I would go with
Okay.
Dermo. I would go with Dobson's plan to walk up and see. That would be the best plan of action. If I don't have PID on Dermo, then I'm not going to waste the money.
Let's see. Hang on. Let me
slot.
think. I'm trying to keep the timeline in
money's
mind because I had a different timeline in my head when I was planning this out.
Mhm.
So give me a second here to think about this. So, okay. So The did I say that the locate plants was pointing to the top of the tower?
Yes, you said
Is
it was
that
on the
what got
fifth
us to
floor,
this?
I believe.
Or
Fifth
was
floor?
it the locate object that was pointing to the top of the
I think you
tower?
said as a locate
A
object.
locate object.
Okay, but you were locate objecting.
I was
What?
locate objecting would have been Dermo, but I can't use him, can I?
No,
So.
and I would say that if you can locate a plant with locate plants, then you probably can't also locate it with locate objects. Like, I feel like you have to pick one.
Right. So the locate object is really more meant for like apparel effects, stuff like that.
Yes.
And I would have if I.
I mean, you could use it
yeah.
on, like, his clothes.
Well, yeah, that would means
Like,
they'd have to strip him down.
You could do that.
Realistically,
If you wanted to find him directly, you could definitely
I say
still do that way.
realistically on Dermo, I would have probably selected whatever he used as a spellcasting focus. Which might have been his staff, honestly.
Well, that would be his staff,
Yeah.
So we would
I
have
think.
been pinged to the roof regardless, but the other spell would be pinging otherwise, right?
Mhm.
So the locate plants would actually be pointing you toward, like, the middle of the tower. I don't think we got so far as for me to specify that. The locate object, it depends on what you choose. If it's something he was holding or something he was wearing.
Yeah, it would have been his spellcasting focus. I would have wanted to know if he was combat capable.
All right,
in
so
the
that
position.
would still that would still lead you to the top of the tower, while the locate plants for the plants that are on his body would be leading you to the middle of the tower.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so we got a window then. We know he's in between the third and the fifth floor somewhere. So we can avoid the bottom couple of floors. Dobson, you're planning on crawling in? Is that still the plan?
It was a suggestion, but I can do that.
Okay. That's still a backup plan. Zephylos, are we to go invisible? What is the best approach on this? I am not sure of our capabilities. We are man down still.
Yes, we should probably go invisible, try to draw as little attention as we can, and save our firepower for escaping there with Dermo.
Mm-hmm. So I can go invisible,
so-
you can go invisible, and then Dobson can sneak up the wall.
Well, Dobson would sneak up the wall and also cast Fly on you.
Fair.
Assumably, if Dobson's on board.
How's Zephylos getting to the top?
I would be riding
Riding my
Urluk.
Okay.
Which we established I can barely do.
Yes, I think
Barely do one
we
person. Yeah.
settled on one
Yeah, I
person
can carry
only.
one person because I'm a size bigger and not because of my strength.
We should go through the window. Is the window large enough for a medium
I
creature to squeeze through?
Yes.
I do believe that I am considered large for the sake of carrying capacity.
Yes.
And what I can push and drag, not in terms of size. Am I correct?
Yes, you are still medium in all other respects.
Excellent. So I should be able to fit through the window then.
Okay. We just have to get it open, which, I mean,
Mhm.
that can't be too hard, can it?
Watch that be our biggest threat tonight.
All right, session
Took us a
60,
session, yeah.
you get the window open.
It took us a session to get over a wall. How many sessions
Literally
will it take to
spent
open a window?
like 2 halves of 2 sessions getting over a wall.
I will look up at the window on the 3rd floor and I will say, they say when Zaros closes a door, he opens a window, and I'll look for a door.
There's only the front door.
I'm not closing that door. So we're going to have to figure out to open a window somehow.
Is that the only reason why you said that?
Yeah.
Bruh.
It's fine. Let's get up there. I'm sure we'll manage. Because it doesn't look like it's like shut and locked. It's just a wooden like window, right?
You don't know yet.
Right. Because the clairvoyant, it does look like a wooden window.
What level? What level is clairvoyant?
3. 3rd level.
It's 3?
Yeah,
I thought it was
pretty
2.
sure. No, it's a good ass spell. It's a 3rd spell.
You know what? No, I'll just I'll
I
send
guess with the
Striggy.
like going through walls and stuff, that makes
Yeah,
sense.
and the mile distance.
And the range,
Yeah.
you don't even have to see the point you put it.
Yeah, it's pretty nice.
Yeah.
I'll what's it called? I'll have Striggy fly up there stealthily to check out the window to like see how feasible it is.
Help action on the window?
Striggy stuff, please.
Would you like to give? Wait, hold on. Before you ask GM,
yeah.
would you like to give Blessing of the Trickster to Striggy before we send the Striggy up there?
Yeah, I can. It would come off of you though, but we're going invisible, so it doesn't matter.
Well, I mean, you can put it back on me. We're not going up there yet.
Yeah, and it only has a,
Bruh.
I want to say, is it 30 or 60 foot range? So he'll lose it, or she'll lose it when she gets to the 5th floor, but not the 3rd. Probably the 3rd.
If it's 30, then yeah, it won't reach the window.
Yeah, the 5th floor probably is the window on the 3rd or 5th floor, DM.
5th floor.
Okay, so it wouldn't likely make it all the way up there. So I would say it's let me double check. Starting when you choose a touching creature. I was under the impression that Blessing of the Trickster had a 30-foot range, but it's not saying that on my cleric.
No, it's just you give it to them and it lasts an hour.
Yeah, I didn't
There's
think
no
it had
range.
a range.
It's pass without a trace that has a range. That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, you're right. I'll give it to her. She'll have Blessing of the Trickster.
All right. Now, GM, I would like to stealth if you don't mind.
Yeah. All that just for a 16, huh? Okay.
Hey, listen, everything in the monster manual has a passive.
What do you
like,
mean
12.
just for a 16, DM? Did that not make the DC?
I'm sorry. Did you just say the monster manual? In what
sorry,
universe are we
you-
using anything from the monster manual?
The gelatinous cube.
Dobson's literally writing one, DM. So
Actually, it's called a jelly, not a gelatinous cube. It's a Slayer monster, level 52 Slayer. I don't know if that's right. I think it's 50 something.
player, I hardly knew her. You know what I mean?
Anyhow, 16. Okay. So he goes up there. She goes up there. Checks out the window.
What a curveball! What a campaign curveball! We had no idea Stricky was a woman.
Well, because
It,
I always refer. You're right. I always refer.
She's
to
not
her
even
by
an
name.
owl. She's a woman.
You always use third person. I've never heard
I've
you
always
use
referred to them
a
by
pronoun.
name.
Yeah.
And then in my head, I've always known that Striggy's a girl. And then you refer to Striggy as a boy. I'm like, wait, that's not
I'm
right.
convinced
What are you doing?
that you never used
I don't
a
think he's
female
ever-
pronoun
I don't think he's ever used a
for
pronoun for
Stricky
Stricky
before
now
this
that I'm-
whole time. It's been like 2 years.
Yeah.
I'm convinced. I would have
I-
known.
Go
I
through
think I've
all the
used it in my
VODs
head.
and listen.
Can you watch all 150 hours of the YouTube re-uploads and let us know about that actually?
What's my
Yes, Zach's coming in. Zach scrubbed through 150 hours and checked. Okay, so Striggy, the female demon bird person, flies up there, has a look. It looks like the shutters are indeed closed. She can make a perception check to see if it's possible to tell that it opens, or she can just try to push it open or something.
Let's try to push it open, and when that doesn't work, I'll use perception and see why.
It doesn't work, so she goes to push it, and it's not moving.
Jesus.
She cannot get a good look as to why there's only such a so narrow sort of crack in the shutters that it's difficult to see what may be holding it shut. Is it barricaded? Is it locked? Not sure.
Question: is the shutters made of wood?
Yeah.
And question, GM: does wood dissolve when exposed to acid?
Oh, you're really gonna make me look up object HP rules, huh?
DM are the The blinds to this window they're made of wood, you said? You said they're
Yes.
wood? So
Yes,
they
sir.
would float in water?
Yeah, you're gonna create a
So they are a
giant...
witch then.
Eh.
It's true. That is infallible logic.
So you probably could damage it with acid damage. Will it be enough to break it? Good question.
Well, what about 10 consecutive rounds just vomiting acid?
That
Wouldn't
would
that be obvious as
probably
fuck?
do it. But yeah, it might make a bunch of noise.
Fucking visual in my head. You're sending your owl to go vomit on a windowsill for a minute.
Bunch of
for a full
violent-
minute. For a
Violent
full
acid.
fucking
It
minute.
sounds something like this.
I'm just gonna look over at you and be like, was this our best way in?
Yeah, okay, before I do it, I want to say to everyone gathered, I'm going to say the shutters seem to be barred or locked in some way. I could probably have Striggy destroy it with their breath weapon, but that's just a first impulse thought that I've got. I don't know if we have a better plan.
I don't think that acid burning a window for a minute is our best route of action. And I also don't think that giving Dobson a shovel for 3 months is a good plan of action. So I think somewhere between 3 months and a minute of acid, we got we gotta something to do.
Dobson submits his suggestion to walk up the
diggy
wall
hole is
and
what
try
to
to
say.
open it up with Mage Hand.
Well, she wasn't able to open it with Mage Hand, and my familiar has about the same working power as a Mage
She
Hand.
cast Mage Hand? I'm sorry.
What?
What?
No, I'm just saying, like, she has the same, like, power as a Mage
Oh.
Hand. And, like, Striggy couldn't open it.
Right. From the outside.
Can you Mage Hand from the inside?
There is a crack through which you could see to cast a Mage Hand to the other side.
But then you won't be able to see what you're unlatching to Mage Hand.
It's better than trying to open it from the outside if it's locked, though.
Unless we're regurgitating acid.
I hate this.
Could
Do I
just
have anything
destroy it
better
with a
than this? Do I genuinely not have
explosion.
anything that's better than
I mean,
this?
here's the thing, Gem. See, if it was
Yeah.
like a cone of fire or lightning, that would be flashy, right?
Yeah.
Acid doesn't glow or anything. It's very subtle. We're just like hosing it down.
DM, before he starts corroding bits of this wall or bits of this building,
Yeah.
I just don't have a good feeling about it overall, and I'm gonna burn a second level spell slot to see
Okay.
if I can detect in 100 feet in front of me any traps. Is the building trapped?
Okay.
I wouldn't know where they are. I would just know the nature of them.
Doesn't seem like it.
Okay. I would feel a lot better about burning this window with acid now.
Hell yeah.
I'll express that I don't sense any traps in the building, but we still need to be very careful. And if we don't have any better way than the acid, then we might as well. Are the shutters weak to insults? Are you gonna vicious mockery?
Mock those shutters. You're made of cheap pine.
Tasha's hideous shutters.
You're not even finished. You have knots. No, those are good wood insults. Come on.
I was gonna say you
Right.
have a lot of like wood insult on demand.
Hey, my grandpa was a carpenter.
Mm-hmm.
All right. I guess we're doing it. I'll have Striggy channel Majrat's breath, choosing the element of acid, and Striggy's just gonna like start spewing.
Okay. So you spew the acid. Give me a damage roll.
Sure. I believe stationary
For-
objects just fail deck saves. is
Yeah.
the thing.
Yes.
Hold on.
I did go and look up. There's like rules for like object armor class, but it's a save, so it doesn't matter. It does, however, give suggestions for HP.
That's fine. Let me go to spell book. Remove a second level spell. I don't have acid programmed with ancient magic
That's
shenanigans, so I'm just
fine.
gonna roll it. 3d6.
We'll have to use our imagination. Can you imagine?
Alright.
All right,
7
so
acid.
the acid spews from the bird and starts eating away at the shutters. They don't completely disappear, but they are broken enough that you could reach an arm through and try to unlock it at this point.
Okay.
Or actually, a small creature could squeeze through the now acid-bored holes in the shutter also.
Okay. I will use my action to banish Striggy to the Shadow Realm, and then I'll resummon Striggy beside us. And I'll say...
We all make mistakes in the heat of passion, Jimbo.
Jimbo, right? I was gonna say.
Oh. And then I'll say, alright, I did enough damage to it where we can have Dobson probably slip in and unlock it.
Could Dobson not have unlocked it himself?
Well, I made a hole for him.
Never mind. This is fine. I'll look over at Dobson. I'll say,
He
be
starts
careful. The
walking.
windowsill is full of acid.
You put those croc heel straps on so you don't fall out of the slippers while climbing up. Make your way up the tower. I guess there are slippers that have backs on them. It's just funny to imagine that they're like flip-flops, so you just fall out of them.
It's funny. It's funny to imagine a Dorgishan goblin wearing a pair of Crocs that are letting him scale the side of a mountain.
So he makes his way up there pretty quickly, and you see the acid-melted shutters, and you are just barely able to squeeze through one of the gaps in it now. I mean, it's flimsy. You could probably just like break it apart at this point. But that might make a bit of noise. More noise than the acid did already.
Yes.
So you are able to squeeze through it, and you find that it was held shut by a pretty simple little latching metal lock.
Classic. Acid.
Probably could have been forced open, but the acid is probably quieter anyway.
Was it now? The acid was quieter?
Then busting it open with your fists, sure.
Fair. I guess that's fair.
So anyway, you unlatch the shambled shutters and open it.
And I'm gonna cast that Channel Divinity, and he's gonna fly me up, right?
Okay.
Is that not the plan still, Dobson? If he says yes in chat, let me know. I'm not by my desk.
He says sure.
Cool. I'll wait for Zephylos to go invisible as well, and when I can no longer see him, I will feel him on my back, I imagine? Zephylos? Is that the case?
Yes.
And as soon as I feel him on my back, I will cast Cloak of Shadows on myself and fly up into the window.
Okay, so you fly up
Yeah,
there.
on my 10-second flight.
10-second?
Sure. On my 5-second flight. I'm going to look in the direction we came from.
Mm-hmm.
Do I see any vamps on the ground?
Make a perception check?
Yeah, let me come back out of my bathroom because I'm painting my nails. 1 second.
What design are you painting here now?
And I guess it would be
I'm
a
just
disadvantage
repainting
because
them black.
there is dim light during the day.
Disadvantage?
Yeah. I don't always enforce it for like close-up stuff. But
Sure, that's fine. I wasn't terrible either way.
yeah, 14's good. Not that you can see.
Cool. I will relay that once we're inside and safe. I'll say I didn't see any vampires, so we must have done okay getting in. I'll say. Is Dobson in there?
You all land inside. Everyone is inside.
We see Dobson?
Was he invisible? I don't know.
No, I mean like he's there in the room though.
Yeah,
he's not,
he's
like,
there.
run off. Okay, he's a
Yeah, okay,
goblin.
he's
I gotta
there.
ask.
So you rejoin with Dobson, who would certainly hear the clopping of camel hooves in the stone building at this
Classic.
point.
There's another camel in this building?
So inside you see the objects that I described before. So a bunch of basically what looks to be Dermot's possessions strewn about a table that have been sort of looked over, including his staff, his armor, some coins, and his adventuring equipment.
All right there on the table?
Yep.
We should probably take that.
100%. You have carrying capacity. You should.
You're saying that like I have a carrying capacity of over 150 pounds. Dobson's our strongest. I'm pretty sure we figured that out.
Classic goblin move.
Actually, no. Unironically, I think Dobson should be the one to carry this stuff.
Yeah, I agree because he's the strongest of us.
He does have the highest strength score.
Yeah, I wasn't being facetious when I said he's the strongest of us. I know it sounded
All
like
fun
a
and
joke
games.
when I said that, but I would like to reemphasize that I have
You,
a 7 strength.
It's
You
all
gather
fun and
up-
games until we get the gauntlets of ogre power.
Yeah, I should get those. That'd
Yeah,
be great.
right. You gather up the belongings, and as you stow his staff away with your stuff, you see that the symbol of Zaros on his that he crafted on the tip of his staff has been smashed in half, and the other half is lying on the ground.
Love that. Alright, we can see both halves though?
Yeah.
Cool. If I'm not mistaken, and I very much likely am,
Mending.
I don't have mending. Good. I
Oh.
don't.
Never mind.
Yeah, I thought I did, but I
Should have taken mending. Oh, he's got it. Of course.
Yeah, I believe I don't have it because Zephylos took it. Okay, Dobson has it. Okay, cool.
All right.
Yeah, can we mend it?
Mending. Yep. In a matter of a minute, you mend the symbol back together.
Excellent. Does there look to be anything of importance to the vampires in this room? Obviously, Dermot's effects are in here, but does there like torturing tools of the vamps, or like I'm trying to get an idea of what kind of room we're in?
Doesn't look like they're here. No.
It doesn't look like what's here.
Like tools
There's
for
no
vampire
effects.
stuff.
There's
or
no
like,
effects in this room. What does this room look like? Just got shit
it
in
is a small
Storage room.
sort of like a storage room. I mean, it from what you can infer, this is where they have placed
Is it stairs or
a
ladders?
captured person's
between
thing.
the
So
floor?
there's a door
Cool.
that you have not yet opened.
Okay, fair. I'll point to the door and I'll say, "Do you think that's up or down?"
There is no.
Oh, we're on the top floor. I thought we were on the third
Yes. No,
floor. The
you're at
window's
the
on the
top.
5th floor.
You're at the top.
Noted. I'll keep the question because I'm an insane old man.
Good point.
Here, Urluk, do you want to trade daggers?
Are you referring to my Kirpin?
Yeah, and I show you Wolfbane.
I will gesture to the Kirpin of Ivandis around my chest, and I will say, "I will die with this dagger on me." That is not an invitation, I'll clarify. It says, "You may not have this dagger no more than you may have an arm or any other appendage of my being, Zephylos." You can tell that he's actually taking a bit of offense by your request.
Zephylos isn't going to say it, but he observed how he used it during the last fight, and Zephylos is internally thinking it's a complete waste to give one of the Avandis weapons to him in
I think we
hindsight.
clarified that when we were trying to decide who got these to begin with, and I said I won't use it likely, but yeah, if you want to give it to me, I can have it. And then I said, can I make it a dagger, which again is like the most useless version of it because it goes from a D6 to a D4. So like,
But
it's
it
just,
becomes
again,
finesse, which isn't bad.
No,
you
it,
know?
can, it gets throw property, so not terrible. But Yeah, no, it's very useless in Urluk's possession, but also it is his Kirpin, and he's not going to give that up.
Wasn't it Trident stats? Doesn't Trident already have
No,
throwing?
because yeah, I
Well,
guess
it's
Trident does
strength.
have thrown property. It's versatile
Yes.
and thrown, yeah.
But it's the finesse is the part that matters. But it already had throwing.
Yeah, like I said, it's not leaving his body, and he will use it personally if he needs to, but the Kirpin is a thing of honor among Urluk's people.
Also, another reminder that we never actually blessed the other one so that he can shillelagh it.
Fair.
Oh shit, yeah, Dermo had that too.
Yeah, Dermot. It should be in this room, or do they have it now? Is that not in this room?
It is not in the room.
Do we see that?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, now I'm gonna use my locate object to see where it is. Because that is an object, and I guarantee you they probably are investigating it. That will be my last second level spell. Oh, I used my last second level. Dang. Okay, never mind. I can't locate object anymore. We're gonna have to figure out where Dermo's in the old school way.
You can't cast it anymore?
No, I used all my second levels.
Oh.
It's fine. It's fine.
Okay.
Yep.
Alright. Okay. Sneaks over to the door. Does it look like it might be creaky? I don't know. Can you ever tell that just by looking at it?
You know how you know when a door is creaky? When it creaks.
You can use an investigation check to try to quietly start opening it and stop before it starts
Better
creaking.
idea.
Or
Dobson's a
I don't know.
artificer, correct? Does he not have a
No.
vial of oil on him? Oh, he's not an artificer? I thought he was artificer.
He's Bard.
Get your
Bard.
WD-40.
Yeah, so you get to. You're not Daishu? What happened to Daishu?
He's hammering
R.I.P.
something far away.
R.I.P. Right?
11?
So you put a little oil on the door.
You start
and
opening the door and it creaks not super loud, but not quietly a little bit, and then you stop after it starts doing that. But it's wide enough for Dobson to slip through at this point. Because he's a small boy. And peeking through it, you will see that there is a staircase, not spiraling, but like, because it's a square building, but like square spiraling down at least one floor down the tower. It's an angled spiral.
I'm looking at the I'm looking at the spiral staircase. Like maybe I should jump back out the window.
Oh,
Like my
you
nightmare.
can climb stairs, dude.
They're
What?
difficult terrain for me.
No, stairs are not difficult terrain.
Absolutely, they
They
are.
don't count as
Spiral
climbing.
staircase?
They don't
How
count
is a
as
spiral
climbing. Are you
staircase
kidding me?
not difficult terrain for a fucking camel? You ever see a cow walk downstairs? Me either.
Fly lasts 10 minutes. You can fly up and down it, yeah.
Yeah, I'll fly down the stairs.
You got like 8 minutes left. You're fine.
How high are the ceilings?
In the room that you were in just now, excuse me, like 10 feet. So,
Yeah, I'll be
Yeah.
flying around the room a little bit.
okay.
Why not? I'll get a bird's eye on the room. I'll get a striggy eye,
Okay.
and then go down the stairs flying.
Alright. So, heading down the stairs, before we do that, we are finally going to switch over to Dermo's perspective.
Yeah.
Dermo. I hope August is still there. He's muted. He hasn't said anything in a while.
We dragged him to make him
Can't believe he
sway on
hasn't
time.
roleplayed anything this whole session.
He's doing a really good job. He's unconscious, so he's role-playing it really well. Watch. Dermot, act unconscious? Perfect. Great job, dude. S tier roleplay.
Not sure if still there, because he's still muted. If I hear him say something, I will narrate something from his perspective. Otherwise, we will wait, or we'll go back to the group. I can hear this GIF.
Yeah, right.
Okay, so the group will continue down the stairs, and they will find themselves in a slightly larger room than the one on the top floor. And in here there are several chains that are fixed to the walls in order to make for restraining devices. It appears that this area of the tower is used as a very small, like a little jail. There's only capacity for like not even 10, like maybe only like 5 people in here, something like that. But you do indeed see Dermot chained up to the wall with his arms and his legs in the shackles. He's alive. Okay, so Dermot, you will have started to hear the noise from the acid up above. Before a door.
By the way, I've been here this whole time. I've just been quiet because my character's unconscious.
Yeah, that's fine. So he hears the sound of, for some reason, acid coming from above, as that kind of breaks him out of his unconscious, sort of semi-conscious state. So
We can. Is he in touch range of us, DM?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm instantly using a healer's kit to stabilize and get him out of unconscious.
Okay, sure. But
I believe to get him out of unconscious, I actually need to do a wisdom check on that. Do I need? I believe. Or no, actually, no. The healer's kit covers that. You're right. No,
yep.
You're right.
Okay, so he's conscious now. He wasn't like actively dying, but that's fine.
Well, now he's not unconscious. I'll say, Brother Dermo, what have you seen? We're here to get you.
I've seen hell.
Excellent. Then you'll know how to pull us out of it. And are his hands bound?
Yeah, his hands and his legs.
Yeah, I'm gonna begin to cut him free with my Khopesh.
They're metal chains.
I'm going to begin to try to break him free of his metal chains somehow. I don't know.
Could I save you some hassle and go ahead and use
just fucking wild shape?
Could I produce
wild shape into a flying snake, and then you're no longer.
Of course he's not going to wild shape. Produce flame.
Would produce flame heat up the metal enough to?
Yeah, but you're inside of it.
No, that is a 2nd level spell, sir. It's called heat metal.
Heat metal, and also you're inside of it.
And so also, yes, you're in the chains, so that would fuck you over.
Well, no, I mean if you burn a further part than is touching your skin. I'm
gonna make the call that produce flames. Fire is not hot enough to melt or like
do anything useful with a
pair
of
do
manacles.
Anything to a set of manacles.
That's fine.
I'm gonna look at our group's muscle and I'm gonna say, Dobson, can you tear it open? And I'll give him like a flexing gesture.
Wait, could I, just because I'm super weak and to be funny, could I do a strength check to try and like get out of these?
Hulk out of it?
Yeah. You make it at disadvantage.
Yeah, I'll give him guidance.
Oh fuck. Okay, hold up. So I'm gonna
do
a
D4.
check.
Add a D4 to it.
D4, so plus.
And then I'm gonna do something that's really funny. But if that doesn't work, we're gonna see if the key to my set of manacles works on this manacle.
Like 1 in 10,000 chance.
Yeah, right.
Manufacturer.
I'm gonna go ahead and see if my key fits in the manacle.
That actually wasn't horrible.
All things considered, like if we're being
11, considering
you got a 4 on
the 4 on the
guidance.
guidance is nice. Yeah.
Okay, so
Oh,
you try
Zach inspired.
you try to wrestle out
Add your
of
D8.
the.
Add your D8, Dermo. You
Oh
got a
yeah,
bardic
okay.
inspiration.
Added
Plus
D8.
a D8. Okay. / okay, I'm sorry. Let me remember how to do this. No, not. Okay, I hate this shit. Doop. Not
So
enough. 14.
14. Not quite enough to wrestle out of the manacles by pure strength alone.
But it was like cute doing it.
Mm.
Okay, wow. You know, you could have just said no, and it would have hurt somehow less than what you just did.
Hey yo, what is with this extreme camel riding gif? What the hell?
That's what it looked like. If we were visible, that's what it would have looked like when we were running up the wall, flying up the wall.
What is Zach? What is that? Why is there a
He-Man.
gyrating He-Man?
You know why? It's seductive. It gets the people going. It's provocative.
What? That's so great. Wait, happy 40th birthday, Joe. I have
Wait, what?
a boner.
I'm sorry. Why did you share that with us?
Again. Yeah.
More like until we meet again, you know what I mean?
All right. Well, you guys tried to free him. It didn't really work, so I guess you'll just have to leave him here.
Leave me. No.
We'll leave him. I don't feel like good. I feel like evil. I want to do evil. All right, we'll leave Dermo. We can find another druid.
Yeah. I don't think I'm completely.
I heard there's a
necessary.
much more powerful druid in the swamp. You should recruit him. He's already dead, so he
Alright,
can't die.
So I'm pretty chained down. Like, what level of chained down am I?
You have manacles on your ankles and wrists, and they are
Okay,
attached to the wall by the metal chains.
Okay. Maybe speak with plants may help here.
Yeah,
You
speak
gonna
with
speak
plants.
to your back?
What
Yeah,
are you gonna do, guys?
All right. So who's around me? Is it all of you guys?
Yeah, we're staring at you chained
Yes.
up. I guess none of us have asked. Is there a key in the room?
You'll have to search around.
Yeah, I'll do it quickly if I can.
Yeah, make
In
an
a- in a-
investigation to search quickly.
In a hushed voice, Dermot will say, "I'm so glad to see you all."
You search around the room as quickly as you think you can.
I'm just
Search
scanning,
all
like,
the
tabletops.
hot spots.
Yeah, scanning like
but it
tabletops.
doesn't look like there's a key in here.
I'm gonna try my manacle key. Does it fit?
Nope.
Stick my knife in the hole of the manacles.
Try to force the lock open.
How does our wizard not have knock spell prepared?
How does our goblin not have lockpicks?
We won't get into that.
I have an alternative option if we don't really.
We already
have any
tried
other
hulking
options.
out of it, didn't we?
Well, I could.
Just turn into a spider or something.
Does
Yeah,
he
you know
know
what,
he's
fuck it.
muted?
You know what? Fuck it. I will go ahead. I'll go ahead and change it to something.
Yeah,
I don't know.
let's say
Someone
Um,
tell them they've muted.
I think this is the simplest solution. Okay, how literal is your interpretation of like wild shaping? Is it like animorphs or is it like
What?
If you wild shape into something smaller than your manacles, you should be able to slip out of it.
No, definitely that. I'm
Correct.
saying what if like okay, just hypothetically, if you become something bigger, does it hurt you because you're trying to shove it in or does it just break
There's
it?
a
like-
reason druids
Uh,
can't wear metal armor. Does that answer your question?
Heh.
Yeah.
There
No,
you
I
go.
just
Well,
want like
that's
logistically.
different.
I just
So
don't know, like-
if you tried to wild shape into something while constrained by an object, and that something is too large to fit in that object, let's see.
Well, I
I'd
would
have to
know
think
this
about it
because I'm a
some more,
druid,
but it
right?
would either you would know, but it would either fail, or you would take some damage, like how you take damage from like splicing into an object with teleporting spells.
Yeah, I was
I'd
under
like
the
to
Either one
turn
of
into a
those
giant
two.
snake.
I was
I
under
wanna
the
be a
impression that
giant snake.
druids couldn't wild shape into anything that was not natural. If they were wearing anything that wasn't natural, like leather, because it couldn't flex naturally like wild shape. So like
There's
metal,
there is no mechanical effects that metal
you can
has
straight
on
up
the
wear
druid
plate
class.
body on a druid.
Yes,
and, like,
there's
wild
no
shape?
there's no
I've
there's
never
no
tried to do that.
there's no mechanics that say you can't. It's literally just a
In
flavor
my head,
description.
yeah, in my head, that's always been
Or
like
I
the
think
case,
the
that
rules
druids
just
don't
say
wear metal.
I think the rules just say in a very like non-mechanical tone, druids don't or druids can't wear metal. One of those.
Yeah, they can't.
I forget.
I thought they couldn't. Interesting.
So on
What
an
did I learn?
unrelated note,
It says druids will not wear armor or use shields made of metal, implying that it is a choice that they make.
Okay, there you go.
yeah, I'm like the vegan. Even though I am vegan, I'm also even more vegan by being like, oh my god, I don't wear metal. I'm not really like, I don't support them.
He's
I
one
feel
of
like
those.
I feel like they're just, you know, they exploit the working class, and I just don't support
Proletariat.
it. Anyway, yeah, I'll go ahead and turn
Anyhow.
into a giant snake. It works out.
A giant snake?
Yeah, one we would have seen in the swamp. Something that has a little bit of oomph to it, not like weak. Because I'm going to stay in this form for just a minute. Just because if I'm going to waste the wild shape, I might as well get something out of it.
Let's see. Do you want to do... A giant poisonous snake is medium. Sure. You change into a giant poisonous snake. And since a snake has no arms, your arms disappear as you wild shape, and you are freed from the manacles.
Well, they
Where'd
also
ours
don't have
go?
legs.
They also don't have legs.
Just keeping you in your track.
They're not
theme,
like the
but-
weird lizard guys in Elden Ring.
Yeah, what
the
fucking
volcano.
freaks? Ew. What,
The
you're going to be a
stretchy
snake where you have
lizards.
arms and
Oh,
legs?
I hate
Fuck
those
outta here.
guys, dude. Those are so the gecko dudes that like
The
spin and
stretchy
like
lizard
stretch
guy.
80 feet. Yeah, what a nightmare. Those guys fucked me up the first time, first couple
Really?
times. Oh yeah, I just wasn't expecting them to dip at me 30 feet.
See, I knew they were gonna stretch because it was in a video that I saw before I played.
Yeah, I didn't do any of that
Yeah,
shit. I just
yeah,
jumped into it like an idiot. And
I
pulled it
remember
over.
playing Dark Souls, and you're trying
Yeah.
to cross that bridge, and you get
I
attacked
mean,
by the little
I watched
creature.
exactly one Elden Ring video, and then I never watched any more so that I wouldn't get any spoilers.
You spoiled the lizards for yourself. Good job.
But the lizards happened to be in that video.
Good job. Good job, DM. You ruined.
I had to watch the
ruined your
dunk
gameplay.
view, so I would knew if it was gonna be good or not. Okay, so you are now freed as a snake. Do you change back, or are you just gonna chill as a
No,
snake?
might as well.
I'll express
can
that
feel-
we have all his shit with us. If that's important to him, does he want his shit back?
You may now only roleplay snake hissing noises.
I hate this.
You can't talk in wild shape form.
I can
Yeah, you
shake
can.
my head yes. As
Yes,
a
you can.
snake.
You can do body language. Wait, you can slither into the shape of letters as a
Oh,
snake.
okay, yeah.
You can
I'm
write
gonna
cursive.
spell out- I'm gonna
It has
spell
to be
out
cursive,
yes with
though.
my body.
DM, we don't have time for this.
It has to be cursive.
We don't have time for this fucking bullshit.
Hey, I didn't choose a snake.
We don't have time for this bullshit.
So you have
Yeah,
to do it
so-
like this. Except I don't know what language this is. It's like Portuguese or something.
Hell yeah.
No, that's English. Aha. You know.
Ahaj.
They missed an opportunity to make the snake eating its own tail
Ouroboros.
a Roborus, yeah.
Okay. So he is freed. And motions that he wants his stuff back.
Yeah, I don't want to keep holding his stuff, so whatever I'm carrying, I'll give him, and Dobson's got the rest of your shit.
Interesting predicament.
What?
Nothing.
Okay.
Tell him that they broke your staff, but we mended it because we're just clutch as fuck.
So, quick question: why tell the guy? Like, he'd get worried and be like, "Oh, okay."
Well, it's like I want you to be mad about it, so that when we go
Yeah.
to, I want you
Yeah.
to, I
Now
want
you
you to
guys,
feel some kind of way.
now you guys
It's
have to keep
personal.
carrying his stuff because he's already wild
You know, you
shaped.
expected me to feel anger, but weirdly, I'm just horny.
That's
Kidding.
great because we can make you carry this staff in snake form. You just don't want to know how.
Oh God.
You'll become more of a holster or sheath for the staff. if you will.
I'm not so snacky snake. So I won't be able to slather anymore. Because they're gonna put all my shit on top of me. So I guess I'll have to turn back if they want me to carry my own stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because there's not really a way we can make this work. Because it's only if I'm already carrying it before I transition.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. But
So
you got another
I
wild
will,
shape if you need it, right? You should have
No,
two.
yeah, I got two. Yeah. I will go ahead and undo all the work I put into turning into a snake, and I am now Dermo the Invincible.
He said while he was nearly dead.
Cool. Speaking of being invincible, Dermo, now that he's been conscious for a little while, realizes that he doesn't feel well.
Oh, boy.
He has, at the moment, he's missing half of his HP.
Okay.
Okay.
What happened to me?
You have blood dripping down your from your neck as well as from each of your arms.
Well, I know what to do.
You let's see.
Kidding. I'm kidding.
Why?
And,
Finish him off. He's weak.
and you also feel a little lightheaded and a little queasy.
Probably from all the blood he lost.
You have and you have 3 levels of exhaustion.
Ow.
Can I do one of those? You know when you're
Um,
really tired and you do a blink, but like won't reopen your eyes for a second. You have to kind
Yeah,
of
it's called falling asleep.
No, but like where you're like, it's almost like
you-
you have a headache.
Are we watching Dermo succumb to the long sleep? To the
Not
big
yet.
snooze?
There
Not
in
yet.
general
I
is
have
what
anything to do
exhaustion
about
is
it.
doing to you.
Yeah, you should have half your
Um,
movement, I think.
So
with
you
it.
have half speed and disadvantage on ability
Ability
checks
checks
and
and
attack
saving
rolls and
throws,
saving throws right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't like how I feel.
Yeah, we don't like how you look, buddy. Let's get you out of this tower.
As you gather up your stuff, they hand it back to you.
I'm gonna put
all-
Trickster Blessing on him.
All of your stuff is returned, with the
I'd like to heal
exception.
myself. Wait, I have max health at 22 right now, right? Like you said, my health is halved,
No,
or I currently
your
have halved.
your
Get over
current
half your-
HP.
Yeah, you can't get over
Okay.
half your HP. 'Cause
No,
you're exhaustion.
no, that's
Oh.
level 4.
Okay.
Your current HP is at half.
Oh, okay. If
Um,
I was any more exhausted, I would be stuck in
You'd
this
be
amount.
stuck at half, yeah, till you lost
Okay.
your
Yeah.
point.
Yeah, so I'll go
Um,
ahead and heal myself real quick, just to make sure I'm not gonna keel over in case we get caught doing something sexy.
Probably a good idea.
He healed Dermo 8 HP, so
Yeah.
I will be up to 30, and then I'll finish off my health with a little bit of
Just-
some.
Did you just toll the dead Dermo?
I was joking, but yeah, he said he's looking like he's almost dead. I was like, I know how to finish this. I know how to cure him.
So what I
Nice.
was saying, you find all of your effects with the exception of the Staff of Ivandis is gone, and your platinum and your gold pieces are missing, leaving
God
only
damn
the
it.
mithril and silver coins, and you didn't have any copper coins.
I feel poor. No, I'm sorry I've failed you.
Not failed us yet, Dermo. Get off your meat haunches and let's get the fuck out of this tower. As I put, like,
hate that you
his-
call it that.
As I put like his I'd like fireman carry him, you know what I mean? Like I put his shoulder over or his arm over my shoulder and like. try
I
to
don't
help
think
him out.
I don't think fireman carry is what you mean, but it's just hilarious to think of you doing that.
Sorry, I'm thinking the drunk buddy carry where you're like
Yeah,
hammered and
exactly.
I
Could you
got
use
my
fireman
hand on your
carry?
belt loop and I'm like trying to drag your ass. You know what I mean?
Yeah, full agree. It's just hilarious to imagine you just tossing Dermo up over your shoulder.
Oh, I'm not doing the fireman. I got the show. Yeah, I wasn't doing that. I can't do that. I'm not strong enough. Definitely not strong enough for that
You
shit.
put a 600-pound weight on your shoulder, and you're like, "Hey, look at here." All right.
We probably have a couple ways of getting out of this tower, but the easiest one is for him to go invisible and us to fly out and walk down. No.
Well, we have a few options on my end as well as yours.
Yeah, you can fly out. You can wild shape.
I can
I don't think
fly
he
out
can
through
wild
that.
shape
I also have, I have
flying
spider
animals
climb as
yet.
well.
Okay.
Well, yeah, he can't fly, but he can do a flying snake, which can glide, right?
I can also just spider climb and walk out the wall
Oh, that's
room.
fair.
That's, yeah.
Does he not have flying snake? Flying snake doesn't fly. It has a 60-foot glide, though.
What the heck is a flying snake?
It's a
It's a
like
snake that flies.
quarter
I don't know how
CR creature.
I don't know how this is such a big thing.
Question is, have
it's a
you
snake who
seen
flies.
a flying snake before?
I've seen a lot of weird shit in my life, man. Hate
I mean,
to
it's
tell you
like
this.
pretty sure it's like part of the druid.
A flying snake has a fly speed, which means that he cannot wild shape into it until, I think,
Gotcha.
level 8.
Well, here's a secret. I'm just gonna walk out. I'm just gonna like almost like committing suicide. I'm just gonna walk out of the window.
As a spider, or?
Yeah, I mean that's fair.
Yeah, I'm just gonna No, I'm gonna cast spider climb into the
Yeah, let's get the hell out of
spell
here. Yeah, let's just get the hell out of here.
One willing creature you touch gains the ability to move up, down, and across vertical surfaces.
Yeah, let's get the hell out of
yeah,
here.
We have grabbed all of my personal effects, right?
Everything except for the staff.
Everything except the missing coins and the missing Ivandis rod.
Yeah, the coins
Okay.
or whatever. The
Now,
staff is a bummer.
we have the icon to my ancient staff, but I don't have the actual staff itself then.
No, we mended it. We mended it. No, we mended it.
Yeah, so I have the icon, but not the staff portion, or do I also have the staff itself?
You have it, all of it.
Okay. Yeah, perfect.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm totally fine. Let's. I'm just gonna Super Mario long jump out the window.
Yep.
As the spider.
You know, if you jump, you can't. You have to walk down.
You know, you use these silly words, DM. I'm just gonna ignore them, and I'm gonna do that.
He
He's a
writes
jumping spider.
in chalk on the wall in big letters, "How do your powers work?" Why is he writing it?
Dermot's literate? That's awesome.
How do my powers work? How does anything work? Let's start
Are you really?
philosophically.
Are you asking him how this? This is a better time than
There's
this,
no
Dobson.
Vyrewatch.
There's a
So
better
leave it a
time than this,
message.
Dobson.
You know, wait, hold up. Let's take a break. I'm gonna go ahead and sit down with him and go over all the etymology of druidic.
No, I think he's
lore.
leaving a message for the Vyres to answer questions about them, even though
He's
they're not here.
asking them.
He's
Well, how will they
deliberately
tell
leaving
you?
extra evidence behind.
How will they answer your question?
Do we see that Dobson's doing something stupid?
Yes,
you
you see him take out.
It's like when you go into a bathroom and it says, "For a good time, call this," but his is, "How do your powers work?" And it has
You would
his
see him-
contact.
You would see him take out chalk and begin writing big letters on a wall. So, yes,
How many layers did he get in before one of us stops him?
I'm not stopping. I'm
like
watching.
2 words.
I'm not stopping
I'm
him. I'm
not.
watching.
I will not. I'm just walking out the window.
All right, so spider
I'm
climb
gonna be the last
slash
one out, though.
fly slash spider slippers out of the building.
Mhm.
Get back outside.
I will do it stealthily. I won't just be obvious about it.
DM,
I
when,
mean,
when
you are a
Dobson's
spider.
done writing his note, I'm going to pick it up on the way out.
He's writing it on the wall. I thought he said.
Cool.
He
You gonna
writes
pick
in
up the
chalk
wall?
on the wall in big letters.
I won't then.
Wait, we're on the 5th floor, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Could I, while I'm doing this, like look around and make sure that we're not gonna get jumped?
Yeah. Make a perception check.
Why don't you read the perception check I'm about to roll? Wherever I can find it. Perception.
Either way, if
normal.
Dobson's writing on the wall, I'm gonna have him put a Zerosian symbol on the wall as well. We're tagging this building for Zeros.
You don't happen to see any vampires around.
I will tell them as I'm like leaving the window.
Oh, actually, you would make that a disadvantage because you're exhausted.
Yeah.
And it's dim light, but I think spiders might have blind
Okay,
senses.
So double disadvantage.
No.
Okay, so I'll go ahead and give a second roll.
Triple disadvantage.
Okay, 11.
Ooh.
You don't see any
definitely don't
vampires.
anything. Surprisingly, wait, it's weird because it's the phrasing. You go from you don't see any vampires to you don't see any vampires.
Oh man, nothing here.
It's just the way you say it changes slightly.
This is why the mechanically superior way to play this game is by making all of the player roles blind, but that's no
Yeah.
fun.
That's how I did the Halloween one shots usually for my party.
Retroactive quadruple disadvantage.
Hell yeah.
Aw, yeah.
I was thinking of doing blind rolls for my what's it called? For my sessions, but then I realized that the only way to keep them interested was to have them see the rolls.
Yeah, people want to see what the role is. It's like half the fun.
Yeah. It's okay. They still don't love me, but it's okay.
So,
They don't have to love me,
you
they
all
fear me.
make it to the base of this tower. And quickly scurry away from it, hoping to keep away from the vampires. Off to the side in an alley, you get to kind of catch your breath a little bit. And at this point, I'm gonna have Dermo, in order to possibly recall some information about what happened while he was imprisoned in that tower. Can you make a Constitution check at disadvantage, please? Okay. So, while your memory of being chained up in there is very fuzzy, you remember hearing the voices of what sounded like two vampires, but you can't really remember what they were saying while you were tied up there. You do, however, remember feeling a sharp pain in the locations where you now obviously have wounds. So that was in your neck and in your arms. You remember experiencing that for a significant period of time. Over the course of at least several minutes, if not like almost an hour, you're experiencing some pain of that form.
I feel
Otherwise,
like
you
shit.
don't have really any memory besides hearing some indeterminate voices.
Every good movie done it. Indeterminate voices. Everyone knows.
I don't remember anything.
Now, you were only knocked out for
A day, night.
like not even 24 hours, I think.
Like 10 hours.
Because it was overnight, and then it was like another hour. That's pretty much it. Well, I guess there would have been some downtime before you guys went to sleep, so not quite 24 hours.
Hell yeah.
I do remember something actually. I remember that I need to take a nap.
Is he dozing off as he's saying that?
Yes, I'm leaning my head forward as I'm
losing him.
saying it.
Yeah, I'm gonna give him a spit to wake him up. I'm just gonna put a mouthful of water from my camelback and just right in his face, get him wake.
God damn it.
Sleeping means death, Dermo. Stay alert.
Where are we going? What's happened?
Away the fuck from here. As we travel out. Yeah, where are we going?
As the session's about to end, I'm sure.
Good question.
Puppies awake.
You could
so-
try to navigate back to where you saw that one Meiyerditch symbol that you'd
Yeah.
spotted.
That's actually a good idea. I think.
Or you could try to find another one since they are apparently scattered throughout Meiyerditch.
I mean, we know where that first one is, so we should make our way back there, and if we see one before then, we should take that.
Yes. It will definitely involve some checks of some kind to
Yeah,
find it.
I
but
don't
yeah.
have any more second level spell slots, so we will be not passed without a trace for this.
You know what? I'm okay with that.
I guess I can upcast it to 3rd level though too. I just was saving my last 3rd level spell slot.
Is it worth it? I mean, we.
I want to save it for a combat, if I'm being honest, in
That's what
case
I'm
we need
thinking.
it.
'Cause
And if
I'm
not a
able to
combat, to send a message to Vanstrom tonight, because I haven't in a couple days, and I feel like he's missing me.
Aw.
I know that was really important to him. I know we used to talk every night, and by we I mean I would talk to Adam every night.
You know, it's not like my last relationship. Sometimes you just need to talk to the other person.
Yeah, it's kind of like my last relationship too, except I was the Vanstrom there.
I mean, that's fair. I also like sucking blood,
Mm-hmm. And other
but not
things.
for sexual reasons.
Mm-hmm. For asexual reasons.
So we're not having a combat, but I want to put this to remind me for next session that I want to do a skill challenge for
For
navigating your way toward whatever these symbols are leading you to.
Sure.
So we'll start that next time.
Can we start that next time?
Alrighty.
And that way we can.
Oh, except that it doesn't want to keep the tokens on here from a different map. God damn it. Oh my god.
Do a recaps. Is Danny asleep?
Yeah, we can.
Yeah, Danny's asleep. I don't know if he's here for recap.
Okay, so we'll just skip Danny again like usual.
Yeah, it happens.
Yeah, I mean, I agree. It does happen. You want to go, Danny?
Sure, I'll go. Yeah. So, favorite thing another person did. I like the effects that Urlok took to Zephylos wanting to optimize using the plot MacGuffin that we worked really hard to get for the sake of character. That was cool. Bonus points also to
Oh, there we go, I
Zach's
figured it
reaction
out.
to a skill challenge.
What was Zach's the fucking emote?
Yeah.
Wait, what?
He put
Oh, shit, I just
Chris,
saw
Chris Pratt. He said skill challenge.
Favorite thing
When
I
you
did
realize that all combat is just a long skill challenge.
All combat's just a skill challenge, just a combat skill.
is a combat roll, like an attack roll. Is that not just a skill check? Think hard.
Yeah.
It has your skill. It has proficiency.
And it's a check.
It has a
I wish
check.
I got a check right now.
just shit. said no.
Favorite thing I did. I like being part of the Ocean 11 breakout, Dermot.
Right.
Busting down the window with my acid spell, invisibilitying it up to get in, etc.
Yeah.
Favorite thing the DM did. I like that you just roll with her, Like, we're like, oh, we got this locate spell. You're like, alright, I guess I gotta figure out where Dermot is.
We have
Like,
several locate spells. He's like, all
Yeah.
right.
Yes.
It's like, oh, I guess
Different
I gotta
locate
figure
spells
out-
for different objects that are attached to or normally worn by Dermo.
Or could be in proximity of Dermo.
Yeah, or could be near him.
I gotta figure out the scaling of the map. I guess I'll quickly do that. How big was medieval London? Not that big. Yeah.
Let me consult my local expert.
You know what's crazy about medieval London is that it somehow was
All the shit in the streets, yeah.
Yeah, it somehow was like the central point of like existence, but also
Almost
was just
different.
kinda, like,
The difference between medieval London and modern London is cars. There's still just as much shit in the streets. You still can't see the sun, and the food's
Yeah.
bland.
Food still sucks.
Dude, food still. You guys conquered all of the free world for spices and deliciousness, and you don't put any of it in your fucking food. What's the problem? You know what my favorite English dish is? Indian curry.
That's good.
Fish and chips.
Fish and chips.
Classic
You mean,
British food.
All I'm saying is,
and
all
chips.
British food has brown with its white or gray with its brown. Look it up. Look up a picture, and it's either got brown with gray or white with brown.
Don't make me find those Chinese
There's-
British takeout pictures.
I know you showed me those. I hate it.
Don't make me post them again.
The British Chinese takeout it haunts. It haunts. I'm not afraid of
I have
any
nightmares
man,
about
but
that takeout.
thing, it scares me.
That gravy scares me.
I'm ready to take my turn being
Go
shot
ahead.
in the lineup. Hey, DM. You know what made me happy this time is that you made them break my staff, but then you let them fix it too. Because I was willing for it to be broken, for lore reasons. But I appreciated that it didn't need to be. But I thought it was cool that you made them break my stuff because that just makes sense. If they don't agree with the god, I see why they would break it.
Making a quick shit post.
Oh, here we go.
Zach said. Sorry, did you finish?
No. What'd
Sorry.
Zach say?
Zach said, GM not making the rescue that hard so we can get the other player back.
That's nice.
Someone else, Erluck's full title introduction, and he says, I picked locate animals or plants for exactly this kind of thing.
Nice.
Very nice.
Yeah, I appreciate that you had you had a non-character do something petty just because that makes sense that they would do that. Because that's what a petty Zamorakian creature would do. Would be like, hey, you know what? Fuck this god. Like it doesn't change anything. It didn't you just let them fix it immediately. But the fact that it happened was nice. My favorite thing another player did, I guess as a group, I appreciate that they prioritized getting me back because they really didn't have to.
Bro, did you just make this?
Yeah, it took me
That's
30 seconds.
nasty.
It took me 30 seconds.
Oh, at least the sauce on the one on the left is partly red.
It's the sweet and sour sauce on it. But what is that orange?
God.
What is that yellow vomit on the bottom part of it? I don't know.
Sweet and or sour. You
Yeah,
can
we'll pick
get
one.
pick.
In the UK, you get to pick one. The Queen says we may have flavor with our food today. Pick sweet or sour.
The queen is dead. You get no choice.
Right? Thank goodness, dude. That old bitch would never die.
Well, she did once.
Thank goodness.
Um,
I have a buddy that I play RuneScape with from England, and he told me to stop saying "God save the Queen," even ironically, because he says that she gets an extra day of life every time someone says it.
My favorite thing that Dermot did, he didn't do shit today, which is actually a great thing. It's weird, but that's my favorite thing.
Dermot's never been more likable, honestly.
I love you more the closer to dead you seem.
Yeah, right? The further away you are, the closer we feel. Did anyone else feel that?
I felt horned up as fuck when I got chained down.
What were those vampires doing to you?
Well, if I had to tell you, I'd have to kill you. Wahaha.
So my highlights then?
Please.
So something that the DM did that I quite liked. I like all these. Ooh, I just got bad indigestion. 1 second. I'm gonna stir up my mouth.
Well, maybe you should work on your digestion.
Well, I was laying down with Leo, and then I got up to do my recap, and now it acid reflux. Something the DM did that I liked was the tower. Honestly, the whole city. Kind of it would take an hour to travel through this network of a maze of a city, because that's kind of how it is. But I like the visual on the tower and his ability to let us use a combination of spells to get inside, which was fun. It was a skill challenge in itself, really.
Yeah.
Something that I like that another player did was I'm the spider goblins are growing on me. I think we're gonna get some mileage out of them slippers. So I think that just having that ability, and then me and Zephylos being able to go invisible, and then he can just crawl into random orify. Love that. And then something that I did is I am building Zaros's army up again from the bottom rank. I am determined to bring glory to Zaros. And to steal from every other god who's inferior, which is all of them.
Oops, didn't mean to repost that. This is what I got from Crayon.
We're making shit posts?
My favorite things, something that I did, I did enjoy giving you guys a small puzzle to save Dermo. I originally was wondering, like, if Dermo... I had a different timeline in my head, so I kind of had to shift this around, but it worked out fine. Something you guys did, working together to, like, get everybody, like, up into a high window and, like, invisible and sneaking is really cool. And then the wild shaping to get out of manacles easily is awesome as well.
yeah, it's
And then
classic.
also to get down the tower.
The last time I had one of my players in manacles, it was also my druid, and she just wild shaped out of it as well. So
It seems like the easiest way out.
it's just something that like you're like no duh, but it doesn't really like as a DM at least, I wasn't like, oh, she'll wild shape out of it. Like I wasn't thinking that right away, but it definitely is like obvious once you like realize what you did.
Mm-hmm.
The only thing they could have done that would have stopped me would be like maybe a midsection
Nah.
like chain or something, but
You would have wild shipped out of it too. The only way to stop you from doing that would be to keep you unconscious.
unconscious or put me
Or
on
to prevent you
off
from having
completely.
a short rest of some kind by like torturing you.
I mean, hey, don't
And they are
argue with it, it's fine.
Zamarakian, so it's not above them. But I'm
Or below
Zerosian,
them.
so it's not above me either. If a Zamarakian can achieve power through torture, I believe Zeros says that I can achieve power through torture. I could be my best self. Destiny says, if you torture, you're willing to be tortured.
Why do you sound like a weird stand-up comedian from Comedy Central?
Because that's what most camel warriors are. They're quite funny.
Funny
Okay, wait,
looking.
I found a much better AI thing. I told it to show me a wizard riding a camel centaur, and it just put a wizard on a regular camel.
Good enough.
That's kind of cool though.
That's actually not bad.
Like a
It's much better than.
Can we?
Hey,
than-
But how
DM,
short
DM.
is that other wizard there?
It's
Hey,
much
DM,
better than
DM,
it's
DM.
perspective.
He
He's
has a
far
third
away.
leg.
No,
Look
he's
at his
not,
third
though.
leg.
Eh? Oh no! It has 5 legs,
It has a third
yeah,
leg,
you,
literally.
baby.
and
You
that's not an
already-
innuendo for a penis. It
You
literally
already
just
know.
has
What
5
on,
legs.
looks like
what
a
on God's
dick.
green earth am I looking at here, Zach?
What the fuck is that one?
Why is there a hand for a foot on the wizard?
What the hell?
This wizard has 4 hands. And a tail? Yeah, there's a lot of questions here, like why there's a firework penis on the back of Urluk. And like why he has horse legs. And another head coming out of his chest.
Cool. Did everyone do their
Nightmare.
thing? Because I would like to go.
Also, what's in the background there? Oh my god. What is in the bottom right of that last one?
Posture check. Okay. Eh,
Extra. You put extra. I hate this. That's a nightmare text.
Extra
That's a
what?
nightmare prompt.
What
Zach.
is that?
That's a nightmare
Stop.
prompt.
Zach,
Why would
no.
you ever? Why would you? Why? I hate
Dude, he
this.
can't even keep his AI prompts lower than 500 words.
This is the right. This is the reason that AI is going to take over.
Negative
one day.
prompt? Oh my god. Extra finger. Really? You could just tell it, don't put any extra fingers, and that just makes it work.
I hate this. I'm going to bed. Good night, ladies and germs.
Negative prompt, don't make
See
it
you
look
next
ugly.
week. See you next week, guys.
Wait, he did 2. He did no extra fingers and no too many fingers. He really had to
Poorly
make
drawn
sure.
face. Too many fingers. Yeah, ugly. Username watermark. Worst quality. Easy negative. All right.
Wait. A third one. He also has extra fingers twice. Just so you know.
No way. All right. Okay. I will see you guys later. Thanks for session. Bye bye.
I really miss the DM right now.